Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Back roll.
Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses, it's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that the ball like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM.
One West to the death till they bury me.
Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Maskoya.
One West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna. Live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Wagwan priest, you good? What's going on? Listen, man, I'm hearing you, man, you ISUPK brothers be talking about the Jacobites that was in Scotland were originally black. You man ain't reaching that.
Listen, put that on the TV right there. You'll see it. This is the transportations. If you look right there, it will let you know Robert Adam, brown, William Bow, black, Dogo Campbell, brown complexion, black, brown. I see brown, black, brown, black, brown. This is all the Jacobites that was shipped out of places like Ireland and so forth. This is the transportations. Right. So this is giving you the complexion of the Jacobites that was shipped out of these places to Barbados and other islands in the West Indies.
Yo, that's mad. So it's saying what? Robert Adams was a labourer and he was what? Brown faced. William Bell was what? Black, curled hair. Damn. That's deep, man.
Which means what as well? Which also means black people was in Europe. Why? Because they ruled the Dark Ages. So that's why they was in Europe.
You man are cold at history, man. All right, man. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you.
Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag with you? I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming as UPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that one West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch you one body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make it soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft bag. Hood nigga that can outclass bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talk to me like that? Valuable lesson. Before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correct. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business. Brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for you, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashes, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and fringing for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? You standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah, either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look, and if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West, Lost Tribe.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah.
Lot. I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed the safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the Most High. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of them payment and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they mental and get to whining like a bitch, just like iron. They rust, niggas trying, they luck. Keep it real, everybody out here lying. Save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with their fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, gonna hit and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Now she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. On my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. Refocus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I sit the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the hand that feeds you, never lend a host. We don't want half of the world, man. We coming for this whole shit. But in the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road trip. I'm in the den with the lions. I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul. That's a real price. Led by a coward, I don't know what that feel like. Black on black, toes to my head. I can't kill Christ.
I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. That's right. White man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Native Indians, brother, then you're going to be able to do something. The whole reason I'm here saying these things to you, because these things are supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got a kingdom coming. You know what, the Lord's judgment is coming. You know what, let's change our life. Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking. The moment they are called, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughters safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraph, so forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to give salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud. It's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid. Plus 10. Put me in the Supermax. I get super jacked, working out every day. Canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe. My brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave their y'all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Amazing Yahanna don't like no soldiers. Through the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Saludos Comandante General Yahanna na ESUPK.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, tearing up dreams in the night, kicking down doors, flashing light, causing fright. Mama in the kitchen, baby crying in her arms. Agents storm in, yeah, they sounding they alarm. Who the real criminal when they snatching up the meek? Chains on the innocent, silence on the weak. They call it law, but I call it code abduction. Ripping souls apart, yeah, that's government corruption. Land of the free, man, that's a contradiction. Cause freedom got conditions in its twisted jurisdiction. White man came, took the land, drew borderlines. Now they calling Mexicans illegal, that's another crime. ICE raids crazy, kidnapping in broad daylight, separating families, that's wrong, it ain't right. Tears on the pavement, kids with no translation. America preach love, but they practice damnation. False news paint black and brown faces as a threat, but we the hardest workers bleed sweat, living in debt. Building skyscrapers, mowing lawns and serving plates. The same ones they hate keep America great. It's hypocrisy with badges, patriot disguise, call it national security, but it's genocide. Stolen land, stolen lives, stolen pride. The truth don't hide, it bleeds from the inside.
ICE raids crazy. ICE raids crazy. You've seen them ICE raids lately. ICE raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. ICE raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. ICE raids crazy.
ICE raids crazy, propaganda so sick. Fox News talking lies, playing politics. They say protect the border, but they guarding the ghost. From Tijuana to Texas, it's stolen land coast to coast. You can't deport the people from their native land when your racist flag flew in with a bloody hand. Cages and babies, what kind of nation is that? The cries echo loud, but they turning their backs. If the law is unjust, then justice ain't lawful. A badge on your chest don't make you Godful. They label them illegal, man, that word is obscene. Remember the first these were wigs and they called it the American dream. ICE raids crazy, it's a modern day lynch. History repeats, America don't flinch. Ripping roots from the ground, they call it immigration. It's really reincarnation of colonization. They say we all human, same blood, same beat, but they judge by the border and the color of your feet. No heart, no mercy, no ounce of grace. Just politics and fear in a racist face. From Rio Grande to the California coast, they hunting my people, good people, ghost of the ghost. Black and brown unity, we all grew up. If you don't like it, take your dog ass back to Europe.
ICE raids crazy. ICE raids crazy. You've seen them ICE raids lately. ICE raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. ICE raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. ICE raids crazy. ICE raids crazy. ICE raids crazy. You've seen them ICE raids lately. ICE raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. ICE raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. ICE raids crazy.
Hey, what's going on, Akim? Yashima Tabashim Yashai to all the sisters. We all know we back Wednesday, middle of the week, getting it in, live and direct, holding this thing down for Commander Johnny Yahanna, hardest working man in Israel. Give him a hand.
Yes, sir.
Passover season is the reason, man. Passover season is the reason we're going to, get together and observe the Lord's Passover like He said to do in the season of the real New Year. You know what I mean? We ain't caught up in the witchcraft tonight.
That's right.
If you'll hear some things going boom bang, just know I'm not setting off no fireworks. That's I'm encompassed by every Christian, sinner in the world. I'm encompassed. They surround me round about, Akim. They surround me round about. I'm encompassed by them. And, you know, tomorrow, Lord Allah, I have no fires to put out or anything. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So we're going to rock with it tonight. You know, I mean, if you all have any questions in the chat, you know, about this Christmas and whatever else, you could definitely run it through. But we're going to be going into some of them stories, man. It's rough. All them soldiers got had to spend the holidays on the water, threatening some man for the oil in his house. You know what I mean? So I don't know where you all wanted to start, where you all want to go, how you all want to roll with it tonight. Any particular story you all wanted to start off with?
So like I'm looking at the list now, sir.
You know what I mean? You see Trump stealing all the oil, blowing up every boat.
We can do a Nicki Minaj if you want.
Kawaka. I was going to say that one too, sir.
Let's go with, you know.
I'm sorry, MAGA Minaj. I think that's
let's go.
MAGA
Let's
Minaj.
go. Listen, we gonna see. I hope Sawab could come on, you know, shortly. I know he was locking up down there, but we'll see. I'll show you all the similarity, boy. Lord Allah, between Nicki Minaj and that prime minister down there in Trinidad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll show you all the similarity of that shit. So let's go ahead. Let's rock.
Rapper Nicki Minaj teams up with new Turning Point USA leader Erica Kirk for a Q&A session. The rapper previously worked with the Trump White House on Christian persecution in Nigeria. Erica Kirk welcomed rapper Nicki Minaj as the surprise guest for a Q&A at Turning Point USA's America Fest on Sunday. The Bees and the Trap singer previously teamed up with the Trump White House, speaking at the United Nations in November to raise awareness about persecution against Christians in Nigeria. Rumors had grown that Minaj would make an appearance at America Fest, but it was not confirmed until she went on stage Sunday. I'm honored to be here. Minaj said after Kirk welcomed her to the stage. She went on to praise both President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, saying they are politicians who have an uncanny ability to relate to the American people. I love both of them, she said of the two leaders. Despite previously supporting Democrats like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, Minaj has increasingly shown support for Trump lately. That's the end of that article, sir.
Come on, if I could, man, this is crazy. It took the internet by firestorm. This whole thing that she did, and I believe the backlash that she wasn't expecting, because aligning herself with the Turning Point movement, it upset a lot of her fan base.
Yeah.
To my understanding, a lot of her fan bases are LGBTQI. Of course, you know, Black, you know, Latino brothers and sisters, etc. So along those lines, you had a lot of people that this upset. And I believe now I don't know how true this is, but I saw it online where they said that she lost so many followers in a span of 2 days that she I think she shut down one of her accounts, or she shut down her Instagram account.
Cap, this says she lost 10 million followers in a day.
Good night.
Wow.
And
10 million.
After that, she shut down her Instagram. Gone.
That's crazy, Cap. 10 million in one day. Like, this goes to show you, but this is why. Let this be a cautionary tale for all these other celebrities out there who want to align yourself. And see, this is the thing about these times that we in. Like, you got people like Nicki Minaj, they doing these things for their own personal benefit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if the money dried up or she's trying to, you know, find some kind of niche, you know, with this administration. But for her to say she's standing with against Christian persecution in Nigeria, well, Latinos are Christians. Did you know that? Did you know our Latino brothers and sisters are Christians in this country, and they're being persecuted? They identify with Christianity, Majority, a lot of them it's so bad that they couldn't even attend mass the night before Christmas. That's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? They can't even go. They can't even go light a candle up in the Roman Catholic Church because of ICE. So where's the alignment? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna say, see, if you're gonna be one way about saying you against Christian persecution, why does that don't extend to our Latino brothers and sisters? You see what I'm saying? Like this just goes to show you the hypocrisy of people like Nicki Minaj. And this is why I have to ask for patience in my proverbial diatribe when I speak about these types of things, because it's upsetting. And I believe she's a heathen. Somebody said she might be a heathen, but it's still a cautionary tale. And a lot of these celebrities are, if this money start to drop, you're gonna see them switching and doing all kind of things, because guess what? They were never real leaders. They were never for the quote unquote culture. They were never for it. They were just there for the siphon off money to enrich themselves. So like
right. And just to add to what Captain Khan's saying too, in this time and right now, like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, is you may have the money, but because of your conduct to get to where you at, you understand? You had too much, how to put it, you had too much skeleton in your closet. And when, you know what I mean, certain people come knocking on the door for a favor, no is not an option. You understand? No is not an option. And you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, I hope blacks and you know what I mean, Hispanics, you know what I mean, recognize that it's the best thing is to keep your integrity. Manager Yahanna, you know what I mean, built this school on, you know what I mean, on us, you know what I mean, keeping our integrity or morals. So nobody can come and try to do what? Buy you off. You understand? Nobody can come and ask you for no favors and you can't say no. You understand? Like you're gonna have to say no. You understand that? You know what I mean? Like what I was saying there, selling you have to say no to Diddy. Well, you have to say no to certain things.
That's right.
You have to say no.
You gotta tell them no.
You know what I mean?
You gotta tell Diddy no.
Yeah, you gotta tell them no, man. But when you don't do evil stuff to get to where you at, now you had to go pay the piper. You understand? You think Nicki Minaj want to sit on stage with them, but she had to go pay the piper. Because guess what? As Khan saying, bills, that money drying up. And she know them 10 million fans that leave her, you know what I mean, ain't giving her what, you know what I mean, TPUSA giving her to sell out. You know what I mean? I yield.
Yeah. Go ahead, Khan.
You know what, sir? Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. What's up?
Khan, I was gonna say, and it's been humorous to watch again the hypocrisy of white people. It seems like every week we have a story that just highlights the blatant hypocrisy of white America. I remember white people when Nicki Minaj supported Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. You had so much to say about how trash Nicki Minaj is. So much so, Charlie Kirk, the main leader of Turning Point USA, vocally spoke. There you go. White people, you had so much to say about Nicki Minaj, because at that time, this was when Nicki Minaj was in her height. Like she was the height of her fame. And it offended you white folks that this rapping woman would involve herself into the affairs of politics. You understand? And I remember you had so much negative things to say about her. Rightfully so. That's your prerogative. Your late great leader, Charlie Kirk, he also spoke negatively about Nicki Minaj. He said she was a bad role model for girls. He did not like her music.
Good night.
He was staunchly against Nicki Minaj. If you can pull this up, it's still on record. They say the digital footprint is forever. You can find it. Then you turn around, and because she supports your racist leader, now all of a sudden it's okay for entertainers to be into politics.
Yeah.
It's okay for entertainers to involve themselves into the affairs of things outside of entertainment. Every week we get to witness how you white people are the biggest hypocrites.
That's
You
right.
say one thing and then you say another thing. Here's what I've learned from Commander General Yahanna. White people, you'll believe anything, you'll say anything if it means you get to oppress us. And it means that you get to deny the truth of who you've been on the earth. And so watching how you all have embraced Nicki Minaj is, to me, it just lets me know that I should never seek to please you, because one day you'll love me, the next day you'll hate me. And it doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason for it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We shouldn't seek to please white people. We shouldn't seek to join their culture, because there is no logic. There is no logic to their love and understanding. You understand? The moment you go against them, everything that they said about you and believed about you now goes out the window, and it's embarrassing. I couldn't imagine being a Trump supporter and a Charlie Kirk supporter, and then to see this woman be paraded into the organization that Charlie Kirk used to be in charge of, knowing he spoke against her. It's like, what the hell are we standing for? You supported Trump when he said we're going to release Donald Trump ran his campaign on, we're going to release the Epstein files, and you Republicans stood behind him. And then he got in office and said, "What Epstein files? It's a hoax." What are you talking about? Let's move on. You understand? We gotta focus on more important things. I couldn't imagine, like, I'm really trying to imagine the mind of a white Christian nationalist that supports Donald Trump and this whole right-wing movement. Are y'all not noticing? Are y'all not aware of the hypocrisy and the switch-ups that's happening at such a rapid rate? Because I mean, I don't know. So like, I don't even know.
So like, can I say one thing that's so heavy? What you're saying, officer, because like I want to highlight that point you bring it out, and that's why Turning Point USA is at a falling point. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that they are really suffering. Like Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, what that did is that created a vacuum in the Turning Point movement. So they just doing all these things to try to keep up the momentum. And that's why when you see people like Nick Fuentes is starting to gain traction more and more, because like you said, a lot of people are saying, well, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what Turning Point is about. You know what I'm saying? Are we doing celebrity? Are we doing casting calls, or what are we doing? Are we talking about white supremacy? And if we are talking about white supremacy, why do we need Nicki Minaj? What humanitarian work has she done in Nigeria? What makes this legitimate? Or is this just a dog and pony show? And all these things, and like, once again, Abraham Lincoln said something that is a quote that he made that I always think about, especially in times like these. He said that you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And that speaks to the politics and all the as far as the celebrity status and things like that you see going on. People can see, man, this is just a prop. She's just a prop. You know, she called herself Barbie. I think ain't that what she called herself? The Barbs?
Yep.
Barbie?
Yep.
Batteries not included. Okay. You're just something that you use to put on. You made yourself an object, and you're an object now for Turning Point USA. So like, I hear.
That's right.
Yeah. I think with Nicki Minaj and this thing here, I think people had to watch in addition to the money, right? Definitely in addition to the money. Remember, Nicki Minaj has a husband who's a registered sex offender.
Yep.
So who knows if because Trump is tanking so much, he needs, or that Erica Cook, she and all, the rumors came out about her before the Charlie body was even cold. That she was with JD Vance, and all the divorce rumors was coming out. JD Vance going to divorce his Indian woman. He prefer something over curry. I forget what they say.
Good night.
But they was talking mad shit out. You know what I mean? So who knows if this ain't even about the money? This could just be about the brother who she's with, wanting him off, you know, off the register list. Or they could have come and say, listen, if you don't come help us get some mileage, we'll bring on some more dudes. You know what you were saying now, fact, with the integrity. I highly doubt this is a money thing because she was making ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Because of her appeal. But for her to go on there and support the whole turning point movement and even Trump in the midst of what he's doing to, you know, what would supposed to be your people, Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians, we have to really drive home the point now that Nicki Minaj is not Black. Nicki Minaj is an East Indian. Nicki Minaj grew up with, you know, East Indian heritage. You know what I mean? And, you know, not to sound too far east, but they are all about the deal. They are all about the money.
Yeah.
They're all about gain. And it's not shocking that, you know, that she would side so openly. Like she doesn't have a history of activism. She doesn't have a history of you know, being involved in politics or making political statements. So for her to, you know, really, you know, go on there as if she is some, you know, brightly polished, educated broad. You know what I mean? When 4 to 8 years ago, this was you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really, this is really showing, you know, your nature, your natural self, which is who you are, the stock you come from. And I want to make a comparison to her and the current leader of Trinidad and Tobago, who is, you know, which is embroiled and enthralled with the whole Venezuela incident, right? This was a press conference the Prime Minister had, I think, this week, Monday or something of this week. And this is what she said, right? I want you to pay attention real close. Let me know if you all could hear. You all could hear?
A pivot that has rippled.
Okay, go ahead.
Through CARICOM, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisasa SC reinforced the government's alliance with the United States with a post to social media. Here's the details.
Speaking at a private supper at the Diplomatic Center, the Prime Minister dismissed regional anxieties over increased U.S. military presence.
Now the whole region is looking at Trinidad like, what the fuck you all doing? You see that thing that's in there in the back of somebody's yard? That's a radar to detect planes and missiles that the U.S. snuck in and put knowingly to the government, but the government denied everything when the public was asking what they're doing in Tobago. This radar is in Tobago, in a smaller island. And then once they set it up, apparently they have a little mini base over there and everything. So the people is like, hold up, what's really going on? And in damn near in every press conference, she is letting you know more and more that really she's handing Trinidad over to the United States. She's literally just handing them over, right? She even went as far as saying Trinidad needs to withdraw from CARICOM. CARICOM is short for the Caribbean Community, much like how UK withdrew from the European Union with Brexit. So because America is pushing for them to withdraw to weaken the Caribbean nation so they could just come and take over. So now this is what she said in a press conference, right? The shit is ridiculous.
And Salaki, before you play that, and I don't know if you could find it where when she just came in, she welcomed the Indian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
But she's pushing away the Caribbean countries.
Yeah, I think we played that before. We played that before. I play it again. But for sure, this here is wholesale selling out. You know what I mean?
And a new radar system in Tobago. over increased U.S. military presence and a new radar system in Tobago.
Do not fear, because Kamala is here. Do not fear. Do not fear. And so while you're worrying about the radar, I want you to know every one of you is on my radar.
The Prime Minister's Trinidad and Tobago first
Right? She said everybody's on the radar. All right. Hold on, there's more.
stance comes as she distances the nation from recent CARICOM statements criticizing U.S. travel restrictions on neighboring islands. Citing hard data, Prasad Bisessa SC highlighted the economic disparity between regional partners, noting that trade with Venezuela has dwindled to near zero.
I stand in bilateral relationships with the United States of America. They are amongst our oldest trading partners, one. They are our largest trading partner in terms of millions of dollars trade between us. With Venezuela, we have 0.000 trade.
Security and citizen mobility are also at the forefront, with an estimated 350,000 nationals holding U.S. visas and 250,000 living stateside. The Prime Minister warned that bad-talking Washington carries real-world risks.
So behave yourself. Understand where our help comes from. Understand who could protect and defend Trinidad and Tobago. Right now, there's only one country in the world can do it. They have the money, they have the equipment, they have the assets.
She concluded by framing the U.S. as the only power with the assets to guarantee national defense in an era of shifting geopolitical tides.
Brother, she said,
good night.
She said America is where your help comes from. Like they clean up this one. I thought this was the right one I found. I'm gonna just paraphrase. She said, you heard the part where she said behave yourself?
Yep.
She said it a few times. She said behave yourself. She said the rest of them bad talk in America. You want to go in the people place, you want to go there and shop, you want to go over and over, and you can't talk bad about them or else they'll clip your visa. They wouldn't do nothing. So you have to behave yourself. America is where we get our help. Now, brother, she's East Indian. Nicki Minaj is East Indian. They'll say this today, and if tomorrow Putin is somehow the world leader and really in charge of the world, she'll say the same thing about Russia.
Exactly.
Like they're fully in it for the money, Ark. They're fully in it for the money, and this is what happens when you have a heathen over you.
Damn right, Cap.
The Bible says they make merchandise of our people.
That's right.
That's what the Bible says. You hear what she say? America is the biggest trading, our trading partner due to millions. What's the population of America? 600 something?
300, around 300 million.
300 million. What's the population of China?
A billion. 1.6 billion.
All right then. Okay. So it's not a question of we can't find a bigger market.
Exactly.
That's not the question.
Right.
And Cap, I hate to put them out there, right?
Come on.
You see the military parade? All the talk about America could defend. Will defend us, they had the equipment.
Listen.
You understand?
Come
on.
I'm gonna go here one more, Cap. I'm gonna go here one more. Right? Hold on.
So like a Cap.
Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing, and they go to show you these heathens, man. They don't. It's just like in coming up off the the Feast of Hanukkah. Just reading what Mattathias when the king's officer wanted him to sacrifice.
Yeah,
and he told him, paraphrasing, he said, "Oh, all these heathens turn away from their God and their religion. We're not gonna turn away from ours." You understand? Like he's saying, the biggest trading partner. What? How much you gonna trade for your sovereignty? How much you gonna trade for your integrity? Because I'm talking about the human cost now,
right?
And it's something more. It's something that you're talking about business, but the scriptures even say that sin sticketh between buying and selling. Like these people, they will follow whoever's in power. They have no loyalty, they have no integrity, which is why the Lord is looking for those who are going to have integrity of our nation.
That's right.
That's it.
That's who he chose. That's why he chose Mattathias. You understand? The Bible said he was inflamed, but he couldn't even control it.
Yeah.
And then you see his sons later on took up the legacy and the mantle and became legendary.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they stood for it. They didn't waver. Actually, they stood against everybody else selling out their people. You understand? And we read about them today.
That's
right. Like our yield.
Listen, now you're so right, and that's when you have somebody who is of your people over it. When you have a hireling, when you have what is called them people when you have the substitute teacher, when you have a substitute, somebody who's filling in for a time and has no genuine care for the future of your generations or anything, that's what they have. She said that's where our help comes from. They have the power. Could somebody read Psalms 121 for me? Start at verse 1.
Come on.
Start at verse 1.
Psalms 121, verse 1. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
Say, from whence cometh what?
From whence cometh my help?
According to this woman here, help comes from America. That's what she said. Let me see if I find the exact part.
They are our largest trading partner in terms of millions of dollars trade between us. With Venezuela, we have 0.000 trade.
Security and citizen mobility.
So behave yourself. Understand where our help comes from.
What does the Bible say?
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
Go ahead.
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help coming from who?
My help cometh from the Lord.
Let's see what the leader of Trinidad says.
Where our help comes from. Understand where our help comes from. Understand who could protect and defend Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, read that again, Kazak, please.
Kawakan. My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord.
That's right.
Not the white man.
That's right.
My help cometh from the Lord.
That's
not
right.
the white man, but a hireling to somebody who, who would trade their backside for money. Just like Nicki Minaj. That's what you will do. You will pander. You will pander to them.
That's right.
And listen, man, it is unbelievably wicked to do this to a nation of people who biblically said the Lord said Benjamin would dwell in the bosom of the Lord.
That's right.
That's right.
For people who so close, even with the music and the style and everything, is the Most High this and the Most High that and the God this and Papa Jesus this and Papa Jesus that. For you to turn around and tell the tribe of Benjamin, this is where your help coming from, you are an insanely evil bitch.
That's
an
right.
insanely evil ass broad.
That's right.
Read that again, please.
Kawakan. My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord. Go ahead.
Which made heaven and earth.
He made heaven and the earth. The same earth you want to dig up and take all the oil from. The same heavens you want to fly through. The Lord made the heavens and the earth. That's where our help come from. Not from any country or any government or any man on the earth. Our help comes from the Lord. The Lord is who you had to turn to deliver. The Lord is who you need to behave yourself with.
That's right.
That's who you need to behave. Behave yourself and check yourself. And don't talk bad about the Lord. And the scriptures say avoid evil communication. Like what? Saying what? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And God love everybody. That's who you need to behave yourself with. Not some broad who are willing to sell her rear end so that her East Indian people could get millions of dollars, some petty cash from the US pockets.
That's right.
And which is all she really wants.
That's right.
Go ahead, Cap, please.
No, I'm just going to add to what you're Salaki.
No, I got you, Cap.
Salaki, Cap. I was just going to add to what you were saying too, like with her. To me, it's evil to tell a people that were enslaved and never received justice to watch what they're saying to the oppressor. You know what I mean? It's very evil to be telling. I mean, that's like telling a victim, don't cry out. You know what I mean? Don't say anything about the perpetrator. Like that is extremely evil.
And
you
selfish.
understand?
And the cap
Yeah.
is selfish to the point where there's no direct harm happening to Trinidad, but it's happening to Venezuela. And for the
Right.
longest while, the people there considered Venezuela your brothers. You mean to tell me you can't talk about your brothers? The
Yeah.
Jewish man went through the Holocaust. Trump said, don't bomb nothing. They don't give a damn. They're saying whatever and bombing whatever. Nobody come out and saying, behave all yourself, you know.
Yeah.
You know where your help coming from. Nobody said that. In fact, America said, listen, man, support me and I'll be your greatest friend. America volunteers help to the Jewish man. But you telling us, bend over, go down, bow down.
So like
you got to be crazy. You got to be insane. And this is how they think about us. This is how every last one of them think about us. Because listen, Gandhi didn't bow down. Even though he had that old peaceful shit. He didn't say, well, you know, y'all stop because help comes from England. And they got burned all the damn textiles. Burned all whatever, everything they was sending to England. But you turn around now and tell us this because you look at us like we just chumps and pawns, man. The day is going to come when you all are going to grovel at our feet like you rightfully should. That is an insanely evil thing to tell already poor and oppressed people. So go ahead.
Con, if I could, Cap, what you saying is so right, man. I'm gonna give it up. You Cap, like for her to say like behave yourself, it's almost like she's like sitting saying like she's a mother over Israel. It's like, like she's giving a parental chastisement over our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, and you a transplant. And I'm gonna say something, man. Trade is one thing I notice about a trader. They know they like to use words like our and we, but a trader knows the language of unification. Always remember that. They know the talking points. Our, if it, our, no, you that money is gonna be going to East India.
Yeah,
that money is you're gonna siphon money off the island of Trinidad and Tobago to enrich yourself and the people that you support.
Yeah,
it's not about ours, it's not about we, because if you cared about the collective, you wouldn't tell people to behave yourself. You would allow them to voice their opinions about the state of affairs in Trinidad and Tobago. See, you're playing with TNT. And I don't mean I'm talking about the explosive kind.
Come on, man.
Good. Captain Shock brought it out so heavy that Benjamin is the son of the right. And for you to be on the left hand of Satan and then try to chastise Israel, God is hearing this.
Yeah.
You understand? Why don't you since you're talking about trade, why don't you trade one of them gods you got from East India?
Right.
And sell that to America.
Right.
Sell out one of your gods. You got 100 of them. They should be going for half price right now. Instead of trying to make us do what the hell you want our people to do, man.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you, don't behave yourself. Speak. Get in the ISUPK. You understand? Because there's many on the island that have the same sentiment that we have in here. You understand? About our brothers and sisters. We don't know what kind of deal. We're going to trust you to make the deal?
Right.
With this oppressive empire? Hell no. You understand? It's a goddamn shame. So like I yield.
That's right.
Listen, Cap, you so right. Like like as you speaking there, brother, it bring me back to that whole the account with Purim, with Vashti. Remember the Persian?
Yeah.
Like it's even since biblical days, we had to deal with these damn Elamites. We had to deal with that whole nation, that type of people and how they are. And would just dream up things to deal with us. It's damn near like it's the same thing again, where you know they come from that empire, even though they're Elam and the Persian, but they're linking up with the oppressor, with Hagar, and dreaming things. That don't be surprised next they start, you know, pushing the violence against, you know, the children of Israel. They're already doing it with the damn boats, you know, unwarranted. The whole world watching and asking, well, where's the proof? Don't be surprised. People think the Bible is a dead book or is fairy tale. You could read what's going on right now in the Bible 2,000 years ago today.
That's right.
You could read the exact thing that's going on right here, right now, today. And this broad gonna turn around and say, behave yourself.
Good night.
Don't say nothing. Our help comes from the Lord. Our help comes from the Most High.
That's it.
Lord will bring a plague that would only destroy your people. And he done did it before. During COVID, I'm going to say this and I'm going to come up off it. During COVID, Trinidad has, the COVID didn't start to ravage Trinidad as much as it did in other places because of how the lifestyle is. You could be so remote, you wouldn't get it. So now, they were sending back people from different countries and, different areas. And Trinidad had a ton of East Indian students studying in India. So they brought them back to Trinidad, during the whole pandemic thing. And there was a huge outbreak in the East Indian community because Trinidad is still very segregated. There's certain parts that's, is Indian. It's not enforced segregation, but it's just, that's the Indian area. This is a black area. There's parts in there that's mixed, but it's like that. So typically where they would go. And there was a COVID outbreak there, brother. And the COVID outbreak ravaged the East Indian community. And this broad get up and said, she charged the then prime minister, who was a brother. She said he was not giving them vaccines. He was not giving them protection. That's why the outbreak happened. I want to ask how the Lord know how the virus know who is an Indian and who is black? Like you got to ask yourself that question. This is a whole island. How is it there was a whole outbreak and the Indian community suffered so much? Their leaders were saying the black dude did something. That's why we have it. Maybe the Lord heard when you was calling us cockroaches.
That's right.
And saying to exterminate them and calling certain areas like Laventil and John. They should just kill them because they're going to grow up and take welfare from the government anyway. Maybe the Lord heard that and directed the COVID your way. Be very careful how you deal with the children of Israel, man. Because the Lord did something else to you. And your pretty America ain't going to be able to help you.
That's right.
Our help comes from the Lord, which is why we are to turn back to him so much. Like the Lord, I could imagine, is salivating, waiting on the opportunity, waiting on the right call to just step in and handle things like any father wants. You pull up at the playground, you see somebody taking advantage of your child. You can't wait to get that seatbelt off. you damn near opening the door, the car still rolling because you could barely put it in park because you want to reach across the playground and handle that business for your children. The Lord is waiting to deal with this thing, Israel. Don't bullshit no more, man.
That's right.
Don't bullshit no more. They'll sell you whole if they could.
That's right.
Go ahead, Cap.
Cap, can I put one scripture?
Please.
Can I get Revelation chapter 18, verse 11? I'm sorry, verse 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what you said is so right. See, everybody worried about trade. All these countries is worried about trade. They're not worried about what they trading in exchange.
Right.
Like this right here, and boy, like just the pride of her to say that, and for to hear that she just met with the East Indian whoever ambassador, like this ain't your government.
Mm-hmm.
You've been installed into the. It seemed like she's, I don't know the politics of Trinidad, but it seemed like she's been installed over there.
No, she definitely has been. She definitely has been. Listen, if I could, just cousin right there, real quick, right? She met with the Prime Minister of India before he came to America to meet with Trump. Right after he went to Trinidad, he went to America to meet with Trump to try to work out a deal because India gets oil from Russia, and he wanted India to stop the trade with Russia. Some shit happen, and Modi say he not doing what Trump want to do. She didn't turn around and tell him behave.
Exactly.
She didn't turn around and say, hold up, Modi, we all Indian together. Obey Mr. Trump. He's, this is where our help come from. She ain't say none of that shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to deal with the enemy, the full-out enemy of America.
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy, Cap.
Brother, the shit is so, the disrespect is so rich with them, Mark. Salaki, go ahead, please.
No, Cap, what you
I'll
saying?
go.
No, Cap, what you? It's like the chastisement is only reserved for Israel.
Yeah.
The correction is only reserved for us, and it's the same thing with all these heathens.
Right.
Their correction and their chastisement is only reserved for us. But what Captain Mashak just said about what the Lord has prepared, we're gonna read it right here in Revelation, man. It's gonna be a sight to see. Go ahead.
Khan, Revelation chapter 18, verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
You see that? That's what's gonna happen. Since we talking about trade, we talking about who's your help. The Bible says there's gonna come a time when the merchants of the earth gonna weep and mourn over her. You understand? Why?
That's right.
Because no man gonna buy her merchandise anymore. Because verse 10 gonna tell you the judgment of Babylon gonna come, man.
Right.
You understand? It's gonna come in 1 hour. So all these things, once again, if you want to sell your culture, you want to sell your people out, do that. Give them one of the gods. Sell out one of the gods that you have. You have 1,000 of them. Sell out one of them. But our God and our culture is not for sale. It's not for trade. You understand? You should have understood when we read the Bible. Once again, that's why we got to read this Bible. The birthright, when Esau sold his birthright, all sales are final. Ain't no more trading that. Ain't no selling that.
Right.
But these people here, like Captain Mashak said, they make merchandise of you. And that's one thing these people love to say, we, us, our. When all you care about your self-interest. And it's a lot of these people floating around right now. And they want to have the behave yourself. How are you? What makes you say behave yourself? Is it because I'm asking questions? Is it because the people on the island want to know what's going on? Is it their right? Are they citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Oh, you don't want anybody questioning. You want to censor them for a foreign country?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you done made a deal and you done leveraged the people of Trinidad and Tobago for your own personal gain.
That's right.
Let's not be fooled, brothers and sisters. It's like I yield.
So, like, if I may, too.
Come on, please.
And what y'all saying is so heavy. I remember Commander Johnny Yahanna said this a while back. He said, the black people and Hispanics, he said, the black and Hispanic man, you are the only thing standing in the way between the white man having his absolute way on the earth. It's like the black and Hispanic man is the only thing standing in the way from the white man completely having his way on the earth. And when he said that, and I'm hearing this story, it's the same wherever we are, Trinidad, America, Jamaica, Brazil, Haiti. Like, we truly are the thing that will not compromise, even in our lowest conditions, in our lowest state. There's something in us, being the children of God, that does not allow us to compromise the way these other nations do. Now, we have been compromising, and because of our Christian leaders and our leaders, we have been compromised. But as us as a people, it's not the same as these heathens, and that's why I'm realizing why these heathens come over here and they hate us so much. Like, they come over here and they have a disdain for us. I remember me and Officer Agawadi, we would crack jokes about how Africans, this is us in the world, and we would laugh how Africans would hate us because we didn't kiss the white man's ass enough. Like, you be around an African and he'll be mad at you that you are not Mr. White Man. Like, he'll be mad at you because you're not doing that. And it's like, why are you getting mad at me? Because I don't do it. Like, you can do it, but don't get mad at me because I don't do it. But that's the spirit of the heathens. Like, the heathens, all of them, the East Indians, the Arabs, the Africans, the Somalis, they all look at us like, what is wrong with you niggas? Why don't you bow to the authority? Just like that traitor in the purple homosexual group. You had the white man. The white man says stop. You stop to the authority. That's the spirit of the heathens. The spirit of the heathens. So you can bow down and lay down so they can go over us and walk over us, like the Bible says. We are the one thing, like the general said, that is standing in the way of the white man completely having his way, and the water to the Lord for raising up Christ. You understand? Because of Christ, It's the reason why that we can be here today with full righteous authority and standing firm and saying that we will not behave.
Yeah.
We will not behave. We will not be quiet. We won't shut up and dribble. We won't mind our business. We won't. You understand? We will cry loud. We will moan, and what the scriptures say, that sigh and cry. You understand? That's what we'll do. You understand? They want us to be quiet and behave so much. And I thank the Lord for putting that radical and revolutionary spirit, the spirit of Christ, and the men in the UPK. You understand? Led by Commander General Yahanna, because for certain, to see the way of the world, it's you bow down. You bow down to the white man. He's in power. He has the money. He's our help. He's our God.
Come on, man.
How are you not worshiping him? You see, we all have to worship him. He's our God. Why he not your God? It's the same spirit like you brought up in Purim, where Mordecai was saying these people have a law unto themselves. And Mordecai could not stand it. Mordecai could not stand.
Mordecai said he wouldn't stand when this nigga.
He wouldn't stand. I'm telling you, Cap.
Listen, Mordecai was of low estate. He was poor.
Right.
Yeah.
He wasn't up there. It's damn near like they crush us down to such fine powder. They wave this visa in front of your face or the promise of trade. And because it's so hungry,
right?
You know, we have to take it. Like there's something like you saying, because that battles in our flesh that doesn't battle in the heathen.
Right.
And it's like that dignity. Like I might be poor and on the verge of taking a handout, but you ain't gonna treat me like I ain't shit just because I ain't have.
That's right.
But the heathen, heathen he ain't have that, boy.
Come on.
The heathen ain't have, he could swallow it down and be fine.
Yep.
He could be fully fine with the shit like that other one, Patel, who in charge of that FBI. Wait till they're ready to talk about him, Mark.
Yeah.
About 2 and 12 if the check is right.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's something in us where you just ain't gonna just. Yeah, I know we ain't all the way together, but nigga, you ain't gonna just like that. The police chief in DC when she said to all my haters, F y'all. Like this brother ain't leave office yet. She in the uniform and say that on a podium,
right?
And they'll be like, see, that's why they can't be in charge. That's why we need to be in charge.
That's right, Cat.
Right.
Because there's something in us that is not in you that will silence it for your belly.
That's right.
For your belly's sake, you will silence it, and that shit is not in us.
Right, that's right.
That shit is not in us, and that shit cannot be allowed to be killed off or stomped on. That shit had to be watered and nurtured and encouraged, man. Like you saying, misbehave, nigga. Misbehave. Talk.
That's right.
Right.
Talk. Like that is ridiculous the way how they treat us, man. Shit, goddamn, man. Salaki.
Come on.
Go ahead, Kazak. Salaki, brother.
No. What you brought the point home, sir. What you said is you brought the point home. I was going to ask too. Could you use the scripture? The one where it says the hand of the world, I'm paraphrasing, betwixt Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
Could you use that for this particular context where it's like the heathens are going is going to follow us or Esau pretty much?
Exactly. You definitely can, because listen, the brothers in the UK told me when after the Windrush, well, the East Indians was there, right? You had the East Indians, you had the Pakistani. But after the Windrush generation came in and settled, more the Pakistanis came in and the East Indians. And the white cops turned their racism towards them because they were the weaker people. And they used to have something called Paki bashing. The cops would go on like a joyride, and it would just be beating up Pakistanis, cracking the fucking heads up. And don't you know Benjamin burnt London down for the shit? To defend them and started fighting the cops for them.
Damn.
And what did they do? They started, catering to Benjamin, trying to move in the neighborhoods, but just to usurp authority. Now, get out our neighborhood and just take everything over. So you see, right, they'll just serve whoever they could benefit from at the time.
Right.
Exactly. It's a lot, if I could, Cap. And just speaking to the ICE raids that's been going on in America, I've witnessed this just seeing in the neighborhoods. There's a certain neighborhood that is close by me. And on one side, there's the Latinos, and on the other side, there's the East Indians.
Damn.
And when I tell you there's a staunch difference of two different worlds, the East Indians right now, they're outside playing with their children, cooking, doing different things, living everyday life, still walking, exercising. But on the other side of the street, the Latino brothers and sisters are in hiding.
Yeah.
They have to get everything delivered. They don't come outside. The kids don't come outside at night sometimes.
That's crazy.
Just to go outside and get some fresh air. There's two different worlds.
Yeah.
And these heathens know what they're doing. They're trying to levy themselves to be immune from this wrath of this beast. And they're willing to do anything for it.
Yeah.
So don't sit here and tell me that it's not targeted by a certain ethnic group. You understand?
Yeah.
They're willing to go ahead and bow down. You look at J.D. Vance's wife. She damn near got to apologize for not being white.
Damn.
You understand? She damn near got to apologize to the Magnum movement, and they need to get. She didn't do well. They want to talk about a wellness check. You do a wellness check on J.D. Vance's wife. And the East Indians have said nothing about it. Nothing.
Right.
You know why? Because they're heathens, and they'll serve whatever God you put in front of them.
Yeah.
Like Captain Mashak said, you Jacob's children.
Yeah.
And Jacob's children, they're different.
Yeah.
You understand? There's something in them. That's why I don't even get phased. When people walk by the camp, I don't even get phased. You know, brother, I said, man, they walking, they not. I said, brother, don't worry about that. Brother, there's something in them. They hear it. They may act like they don't hear it, but they're Jacob's children.
Yeah.
That's right.
They know what we're saying is the truth, and they're trying to cover themselves with the figs of the garden.
That's right. That's right.
Keep speaking, like you said, Cap. Keep
Yep.
speaking.
That's
Speak
it.
harder. Like I yield.
Shalom, shalom. Can I be heard? Because
Yeah,
before
go ahead.
my mic wasn't working. Okay. Man, it's like I was trying to get in earlier, my mic wasn't working. But even when you look at the situation from a carnal perspective, right? That's because a lot of people, and a lot of people like to look at everything so carnally, like, oh well, you want to align yourself with the powers, this and that, with somebody who can help you as a leader of a country. The scripture says, Ecclesiasticus 9:10, forsake not an old friend, for the new is not comparable to him. A new friend is as new wine. When it is old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure. Right? All these years, you've been rolling with Venezuela in different capacities. The people been rolling with Venezuela. Venezuelans coming across and all that. You're doing business with them. Who's to say, with America being so figurative as it is, it's a new president every 4 years. They break every deal they ever made every 4 years, and they have a plausible, oh, that was the last president. So who's to say in 4 years, all the United States Army just ups and leaves the whole South America? Just goes and floats over to fucking, Greenland somewhere. And now you're still stuck there, or the people are still there, and you right next to your friend, your neighbor, Venezuela. Now what? Now all of your allies gone, so-called. This friend, this new friend that done popped up in the last 2 months, ain't give a damn about you for the last 100 years, besides to destroy your country and infiltrate it. Now you done made an enemy of your neighbor, of your friend. And what, you gonna have a war with them next in America's place? It don't make no. It's not a smart move.
Cap, that's exactly what the Venezuelan officials has been saying. They've been saying it. They're saying, listen, man, we have a relationship. Don't get caught up with this thing with America. Even to the point today, I forget which minister it is. He came out and said, listen, if it's out of our control now, but if an attack comes from Trinidad's mainland, we are attacking back. So y'all, watch the amount of access you're giving America. You don't put a radar down there. You put a little base in Tobago. they said, listen, if it is that we've been neighbors, like you saying, for so long, if an attack comes, they ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Listen to Kahan's point, what you saying, Cap, about Kahan and Nathak, about the hand in betwixt. Nathak, I don't know if you remember a few years ago on 14th Street, this East Indian came up to the camp. She watched a battle, and she came up to the camp and she said, so I get that the Bible say you all are the real Jews. I get that. I understand that. I understand who you all say the devil is. But she said, what about me? Where do I fit in? And I showed her that scripture, that man's hand is betwixt the heel of Esau and the hand of Jacob. And I run it through, like what it means. And she figured it out. I say, yeah, you just serve whoever is in charge. So she said, so right now, the white man is in charge. I said, yes. And that's why you're serving him. So she said, well, where will I be when you're in charge? I say, you're going to be a slave to us. She said, I'm good where I am, and walked off. And I want to believe we have it on tape. I want to believe it because I remember screaming at her after.
You had some classic battles out there, Cap. You had some classic battles. It's a world famous classic battles out there.
I remember screaming. No, I think either it was at the table or right in front of the camp, but I remember screaming at the bitch after. I would tell her, go and learn to pick cotton, all kind of shit. But they could see what we're saying, but don't nobody want to serve no nigga.
That's right.
Yeah.
So lock it.
You understand? Like they could see it. They could watch and see, okay, wait, what they're doing with ISIS is wrong, what they're doing with the deporting is wrong, how they treat Black Americans is wrong, how they treat these Benjamites is wrong. Look at the Native Indians. Look what everybody could see it logically. But tell them to fix it. You're gonna have to serve the victims. Well, the crime is not that bad. It's not that serious. Go ahead, Kahan.
No, I'm a pass. I was about to say something. You brought back some memories, man. I don't know if it's right to say on the show. I don't know if it's right to say on the show. But boy, oh boy, like what man. I mean, just thinking about, and you know what? And the propaganda is so strong in India, man. I'll never forget. I might as well go ahead and say it. Hell, I was when I was in college, man. This guy, he was real tight. He was East Indian, and he was going into finance. He ended up working for Ernst & Young. You know what I'm saying? A big finance company.
Barack.
Oh, Salak, John, I was going to yield to you, sir.
Blah, please go ahead, Con.
Okay, Con. I was just going in. So this guy, he was from East India, man, from New Delhi, and I never forget. And me and him used to hang out a lot, man, and stuff along with some other guys. And he was, around us and listen to the music and things like that, and hang around Black people. But I never forget, man. This right before I left for to come to Philly, come to Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? When I first found the truth. But he said something that was heavy. He said, man. He said, I want to say something to you, man. You really changed my perspective on how I look at Black people. And I said, what do you mean? Because I'm thinking this whole time that he didn't have a predisposed notion of Black people.
Right.
He said, you don't understand. In my country, before we get here, they have classes and they tell us who to hang with and who not to hang with. He was one of the ones that hang around us more than he hang around other East Indians.
Right.
He would still hang, but he would be with us and things like that. And he said, in my country, they would tell us not to hang around Black people in America because they were criminals. And it shocked me. You understand? Like I was like, and this guy like you know what I'm saying? And he was hanging around us and all that. But he told me that, and that stayed with me even into this day. It let me know the propaganda is so strong. And like you said, they will serve whoever is in power, man.
Yeah.
You understand? He understand culturally when he got to, be around it, like, man, we not like what they say. They propagandize these things. You understand? But it just go to show you what you're saying, Cap, is so heavy, man, when it comes to how we're being portrayed in the earth, man. So
listen,
I yield.
Listen, Cap, if I could, I'll back you up on another one. I was breaking on to the brothers a couple of weeks ago in class, and I think this even before that Black Panther movie, it was such a powerful movie, and it was such a like a point of realization damn near. It was a real reckoning. Like that Black Panther movie gave a lot of self-esteem to Black people. Right? You remember everybody was doing the whole Wakanda Forever, kids was doing it. It was such a big thing. They was treating this thing like it was the nativity damn near. At the point, like it was so holy. They cried, you know what I mean? They had a whole day of mourning when Chadwick Boseman died. So now I'm, just going through doing the research. They went to Korea, and the Asians is heavy into anime and cartoons, so Black Panther was big over there. And they did a series of street interviews with Koreans about how they like Black Panther, and they all say they love it. They love the actor, this, that, the other. And then they got to a few of them, and they said, "Listen, Black Panther, it changed how I looked at Black people as. Like before Black Panther, Black people was ugly and dumb." I'm gonna find it as you all talk. I'm gonna find the clip and play it out. Like the movie changed how they looked at Black people, and they had never interacted with Black Americans before, ever. So where they getting that predisposition from, as you say in the marketing? That's why I say America spends way more historically. You look at historically from since there's printed media and radio, America invests so much money into destroying the image of the tribe of Judah, especially the male in the tribe of Judah. Worldwide, it has to be like that. It has to be like that. And it's the movie. Like if the average Judite could see from the outside perspective how much Hollywood damages the image, there would be riots for certain movies.
Yeah.
Like locally, your Boys in the Hood and your Menace to Society would be cult classics and would to an extent show the reality. But then there's some things that really shouldn't even be in there.
Right.
But that's who they think the average American is.
Exactly.
You understand? And which is why in Black Panther, and even, there's a part there in there where they asked them about Killmonger, and they say they hated Killmonger and how he was, and they couldn't stand him. And you notice they gave Killmonger the YN look, the young nigga look with the Cartiers, the dreads side, and they gave him a West Coast accent. He couldn't have no other accent. The West Coast accent was because they could identify with gangster rap from the West Coast, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, because that's the correlation.
Yeah.
Like he was made to be demonized, and they wanted the world to see it. You get the point? So now when you see that, you really had to step back and see, okay, if Black Panther was such impactful for our own self-esteem and to an extent change how they see us, think about how every other movie impacted how they see us. Think about how every other one just is like, damn.
Right.
One of the Korean men said, yeah, the Black woman, they was so beautiful, unlike anything I've ever seen before. This is, and he talking about the bald head African broads in the damn thing. So before that, how did he look at Black women?
Right.
Now you see why they could beat up our sisters in the nail salon and drag them on the floor, because they already have something in their head against us that's ingrained deeply in them. And a great deal of it comes from Hollywood.
Yes.
A great deal of it comes from Hollywood. All the old cliche things where the Black man don't make it to the end of the horror movie. Like we make jokes about that, but that's by design.
Exactly.
All them end of days movies where the Black and Latino men, they either immoral or they're weak or they're coward or something. The role they play in is just not strong. It's really just to tell everybody when times get hard, you can't rely on them because they'll flake, they'll tremble, or they'll do everything. Like the propaganda, as they say in Cap, is so strong. They're not just fighting us on the physical realm and the spiritual realm, but they're fighting the perception of us from anywhere else.
Exactly.
So now when you have some East Indian in charge of somebody, or Nicki Minaj, it's easy to turn her back. It's easy to turn their backs on us because, from small, I grew up knowing the Black doll was ugly.
That's
and the
right.
Black doll in the cartoon was the villain. And the hero is the white one. And that's where our help come from. that the shit is so ridiculous. I'm gonna try to find the clip and play it. It's the shit is jaw dropping to hear them talk about it.
And if I could, they know it's so important because they know even scripturally it says the image of the beast. They know they use that image to conquer the world, to gain trust and to gain the hearts and the minds and influence all over the world. They use that image of the beast, so they know that image. Shoot, without that, I don't even think they would make it.
There's
You know
nothing.
what I mean? Because they ain't got nothing else to stand on.
Right.
It's not like they're gonna do a good job or hold their word or anything like that. All they have to stand on is the look, the image. It looks like it's the right thing to do. It looks like they're trustworthy. It looks like it's the professional. When they're the biggest con artists of them all, so they know. Okay, well, we done created this image by taking their image of Christ and putting him as a white man. Now let's put the black man's image as the devil or as the evil man on the earth, and our job would be complete once they know that once they could accomplish that.
Yep.
But obviously the Spirit of the Lord is always fighting against it. But yeah.
No. And if I could jump in real quick on everything y'all saying, which is so heavy. That's also why the spirit on them is so frustrated with black people. Like white people talking about black fatigue and all of this other garbage, or white fatigue. I forget what they call it. That's why they sit up on them shows and say, "Why don't y'all, stay with your children? Why don't y'all, pay your bills? Why y'all always doing crime? Why you always doing this, that, and the other?" When in fact, all of those are lies. All of those have been pumped out for years. And let me tell you something, in this climate that we in this Nazi climate that we're in, this has been a long time coming. Like, as I look back at it now, in the 70s and the 80s, they were pumping this type of propaganda out against us and slowly churning that cream to spread it among the entire world that we are the worst things in the world. And the whole reason is so that they could come now and come get us. Not one heathen nation, not one, is coming up against these Edomites for what they're doing to the Mexicans and Latinos. Like, they taking the Mexicans and Latinos off the street like it's absolutely nothing. Even the governments that are in these countries, many of them rule, like Peru, ruled by Japanese, and Mexico, who the so-called Jew is sitting over, many of them is being ruled by heathens. And Trinidad is the latest one to be ruled by a heathen whom they've been churning this butter against the blacks in Trinidad for years, rigging elections, fighting against us. Remember when the situation got tight and that I forget what she was, some kind of well-to-do family. She got on the internet and trashed the blacks in Trinidad. Said she wished that they could die and so forth. And you didn't hear any of that. And slowly and surely they set this game up for us. But I'm gonna tell you, the Israelite School of UPK had always seen behind the veil. We always saw what the hell they were doing, and we were putting that thing out there the right way. Now you know without a doubt that we were so right, and we were so in the right spirit, and the witchcraft is not even on us. And what you said earlier, Rashad, was so heavy when you said how, they always betray the black person like the weak one. They make sure that you know that he will not be the hero in the midst of this hell. And that is so important for this reason, because as they go to harm us, we are going to side with them. And they did it in the churches. Remember, before this, they were already saying black men need to go in the military. They need to listen to their parents. They need to stop committing crimes. They were saying the propaganda that was coming from the Nazis, and they let that propaganda permeate through all black America. Let me tell you, as it gets bad out here, don't expect black America to come on your side. The very people you would assume was going to come on your side are going to say, you niggas are devil worshipers and don't believe in Jesus like my pastor do. So let you go be destroyed along with everybody else. Only because of the Most High do we not fall up under that propaganda that they've been pushing on us, man. And now is that time, boy. Now it's going to be remembered that Nicki Minaj sided with the Nazis. It's going to be remembered that Snoop Doggy Dogg sided with the Nazis. He ain't nothing but he's been a total instrument in teaching black people to be drug addicts.
Yeah.
He's been a masterful incident in teaching black men to misbehave, to abuse black women and to belittle black women in the wrong way. Like he been an instrument to it, and now, he just totally out and out siding with the Nazis. Meanwhile, if it was left up to them, they'd wipe us out and him along with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be remembered that Jay-Z sided with them Nazis when them brothers came up against that football system.
Right.
It's gonna be remembered. You understand? And it's gonna be remembered all of those who sat up there and said we should be thankful for what our slave master has done for us while we've been a slave. It's gonna be remembered what they all said. Because you said something heavy in Psalms 121. Our help coming from the Lord. That's the one thing nobody wants to hold on to. Nobody wants to feel like they got to wait on God. They want it now. But you're gonna have to be delivered by God. Because guess what? The Lord then put us in a situation that we can't be delivered by ourselves.
Right.
That's just the straight up truth. You can get all the guns you want. You understand? Them devils is printing guns out in their basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you think by our might we gonna get up out of this, it's not gonna happen. But it will happen by the might of the Most High. Like our help do come from the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, and it will come from the Lord. And what a glorious, glorious day it's gonna be. And listen, and the Lord deserves it. Like the Lord you think the Lord want to set up the kingdom of heaven and not be recognized as the one that delivered the kingdom? Like what warrior want to sit over the top of a kingdom that he never delivered, that somebody else delivered? And now he's sitting over the top of it. He'll feel inadequate. And the Lord is not going to sit around feeling inadequate. He many a times, as y'all know, he said, let me go and deliver you, lest you think it was yourself. Who knows where that scripture is in the Old Testament? Anybody know where that's at?
Come on, find it.
He said, lest you believe you did it on your own. And he said that a few times with Moses. And brother, that's who we stand on. And another thing, if I could, just to top off what y'all all saying tonight, like to not trust in yourself and in the slave master to the heathens, it is stupidity. Like they would hear this show and say these is a bunch of dumb niggas.
Yes.
To be thinking that way when they can't do anything for themselves, when they don't understand that it is ingrained in our DNA in these 12 tribes to have true faith in the Most High. And when you wake up to this truth and read those records and see what was done to us and see what potentially they want to do to us in the future, you have no choice but to put your full heart and soul in serving the Most High in these last days. Salak, I yield.
Calm. We'll give it up to the general.
Salak, if I could, sir. If I could, and that's
Please.
why it's so heavy with General saying, like a lot of Judites, they are hopping on reparations right now. They believe that, and we do deserve it, but reparations come after salvation. See, that's the thing. They don't want to wait on the Lord. They want to go and try to make a deal with this man and try to, quantify our suffering and so forth. But reparation comes after salvation. You understand? Not before salvation. You asking for reparations. He ain't done oppressing you. What you talking about? Yeah, you acting like the oppression is over with. He's still oppressing you right now. You understand? So when you see all these things going on, they be like, oh man, we need reparations. He ain't done yet. The Bible say let the wine press get full.
Right.
You can't. You want the reparation now. The wine press got to get. It ain't full yet. It got to get full before he pull the lever. Then after that, the Lord going, you know what I'm saying? He gonna deal with it the right way. Other than that, you taking blood money, man. At that point, if you want to try to work out a deal before Christ come, then what is that saying about you? What is that saying about your salvation? You understand? You gonna outsource that? Nah, man. Man, Johnny Yahanna is saying it's spot on, man. So like,
that's right. That's right. And if I could just add to what you were saying, I think General Rosa told yeah, I mean, everybody been bringing it out too, with the reputation of black people. Like I had to, you know, I mean, type it in Chat GPT and ask, how do you steal a man's reputation, brother? And it giving you the whole thing. It running the whole thing for you. You understand? It telling you what you have to do, ball by ball. You have to first say, I just summarize it for you. Man's reputation is stolen by lies, repetition, isolation, abuse of power, silence imposed on truth. But truth plus time plus integrity are stronger than deception. If you want, well, he going on to, you know what I mean, saying more things, but he basically saying, and he was saying to how you can restore your reputation is consistency over time, truth spoken calmly, documentation, wise witnesses, not reacting emotionally, letting integrity outlast lies. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody can play by them rules. You gotta get the law to restore you.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, he know what the hell he doing.
I get what you're saying, but like the damage is so bad. Like how we say,
but no. If I could, to add, only the Lord could deliver us for this reason. We have lost our integrity. Like what both of you saying is right. Like Nia thought that GPT is giving you the right solution to restore it. But at the same time, you can't restore it because we lost our integrity. You understand? Like he's saying having that right, like if we was to turn from our dark ways and serve the Lord, then he would fall. This man, then his lies would not be able to be upheld. But because we gave up our morals and allowed this man to do what he's done to us, now you do need the Lord. You need the Most High. Like he would at least destroy you with your integrity, and he would turn around and be able to have to say, yeah, I know they was right, but we still wanted to destroy them for ourselves. Now he don't have to say that. Now he could just say they drug addicts, they evil, look what they do to each other, they criminals, blah blah blah, and he can blame us for that and and all he needs is just a little bit of it right, just a little bit of it to be true. And that little bit of it to be true is how he destroys us. And let me tell you something. Christ warned what Chat GPT just said right there. Christ had already given us when he said, beware of the hypocrisy of the Sadducees and Pharisees. And that's exactly what they did. They came out, lied on us. Caiaphas and them lied on us. Lied about us, lied about what our intentions were supposed to be, lied about what the Lord was doing. And as a result, what happened? We got looked at as evil and wrong, and the Romans eventually overthrew us. It's the exact same thing that, like that, what that computer is saying is exactly what happened because we did not show up for the Most High. We didn't show up with our integrity for the Most High. You cannot destroy a man who upholds his integrity over time. You cannot destroy that man. You can destroy him physically, but you will be forever looked at as the wrong one. You can only destroy that man when you harm his integrity. What's the proof of that? Before Donald Trump and them could bomb them down there in Venezuela, what did he say? He said Maduro and them are narco terrorists.
Right.
Yes.
They selling drugs up and down. Now, if that is untrue, then he could never destroy his integrity. But if it's even partially true, then that's his excuse to go out and harm.
Yeah.
That's his excuse to say, well, look, there's the proof. You understand? That's why it was such a big scandal when they couldn't find the yellow cake in Iraq.
Right.
Was Saddam Hussein. And the guy went up there before the Senate and said, before the UN, and said, yes, the man got weapons of mass destruction ready to use. When they couldn't find it, his integrity upheld. To this day, though nobody know how evil or not evil Saddam Hussein was. They know that he got hung by the United States and that there was no proof of what happened. The United States just wiped its mouth and walked away after killing almost 1 million people. And you understand? And then so the question is still in those people's mind, was those 1 million people supposed to die for what they claim Saddam Hussein had? And so the same applies to us. If we could just hold to our laws, statutes, and commandments, brother, this cat couldn't come up against us. But now we need mercy from the Most High. We need the Most High. So both of you is what both of y'all are saying is dead on right. Salaka, I yield.
Salaki, I got this scripture, sir.
Please read that.
Salaki. As Judges chapter 7, verse 2. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand. Salaki.
Go ahead. No, you on it.
Comes. Lest Israel vaunt themselves, saying lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand have saved me.
That's it. That's it right there. And that's what a heathen would never have the Lord deliver them and show them that he delivered them. A heathen would always believe he delivered himself by his own hand. He wouldn't have the faith in the Most High. That's why he kisses the Nazis' ass. That East Indian kissing the Nazis' ass right now. It'll be if the Nazis were left alone, she would be the next group they'd be killing off after they killed off us. Right. They get rid of us, and then they get rid of those Nazis and they get rid of those East Indians, and then they'll just take the resources and the island for themselves. That's a good scripture right there to show you that the Lord wants you to recognize that it is him that delivers this nation. Right. That time of your house shot coming, it's the Lord that's delivering this nation. Salat, yeah.
Okay. General, if I could, I found the video with the Koreans. If I could just play a little bit of it.
Please, General.
보다는 재미가 없다고 했어요.
사실은 저는 되게 많은 기대를 했어요. 왜냐면은
So they have the subtitles. So they asked this guy what did he think about the movie. He said, he had really high expectations.
저는 되게 많은 기대를 했어요. 왜냐면은 여러 가지 스포일러도 있었고 조금 재미가 떨어졌던 것 같아요. 라그나로크처럼 막 웃기거나 싸우거나 그런 게 아니라 뭔가 흑인의 인권이라던가 여러 가지.
So he said the movie itself really wasn't that entertaining as, he made reference to Thor Ragnarok, which is, the whole Viking thing with Thor and Ragnar and all that stuff. And then he said the movie just made you think deeper about Black people's rights. The movie wasn't good because it highlighted problems. And it's such a familiar trope, similar to when they juxtapose Good Times with the Cosby Show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the Cosby Show just took all the Black problems away and just made white America happy. But Good Times highlighted everything that, people were suffering. You know what I mean?
It worked against them.
So he gonna say some more.
가지에 대해서 생각해야만 했으니까요. 한국 사람들은 흑인이 아니잖아요. 그래서 그런 인권에 대해서 100% 공감하거나.
Obviously, Koreans are not Black, so it's probably hard for a lot of Koreans to relate to these human rights issues. And that's so heavy how he on the other side of the earth and could see that Black Panther was more. It was not about superheroes, but it was about the condition of Black people.
But yeah,
you try to tell people that here is a problem.
생각하지 못한단 말이죠. 그래서 그런 부분에서 조금 어려움을 느꼈을 것 같아요.
그 아시다시피 마블의 영화가 많잖아요. 막 아이언맨이나 혼자 활동하는 영웅인데 블랙에 이제 국민들이 있으니까 아무래도 영웅 활동해야 하는 데 있어서
그게 좀 다르게 느껴졌어요.
말씀하셨다시피 그 주인공을 포함한 대부분 배우들이 흑인인데 이 점에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시나요?
뭐 이제는 저 차별 시대는
He said they say the movie it was predominantly black. So you ask him how he feel about that. He said the era of discrimination is over.
지나간 것 같고 뭐 이제 사람들이 되게 공평하게 살려고 노력하는 것 같아요. 그 작가와 캐스팅하는 사람들도 뭐 되게 칭찬해 줄 수 있고요. 뭐 되게 좋은 일을 한 것 같아요.
He said mad props to the directors because I think they did a great job at getting rid of the stereotype.
So like it, Cap.
Come on, Cap.
Mad props is a black term.
Come on, so you
see, you like that's what we talking about, a cultural phenomenon. Like, okay, okay, we don't want to highlight black problems and issues, but we will absorb the black culture.
Yes.
You use the black phrase to describe a movie, like mad props. That's not Korean,
right?
That didn't come from Korean. That didn't come. You know what I'm saying? That came from it came from black people in New York during the hip hop era.
Yep.
Mad props. That's not a. I mean, I don't want to get off. So like,
yes, and this is a child.
사람들이 또 나름대로 편견을 없애니까 히어로는 다 백인이고 그다음에
all the heroes are white and all villains are black. Now that's what he's getting as a child on the other side of the earth from Hollywood.
Wow.
일단은 다 흑인이다. 그 고정관념 없애진 것 같았어요. 네.
그 주인공을 포함.
Right. Let me skip ahead to a little bit here. Hold on.
Me being a soldier, I know my daughters look at me.
저는 딱히 그런 제가 외국인 친구들하고 좀 친하게
사람들의 그런 흑인에 대한 인식은 보통 한국 사람이 흑인에
You heard how he said now we perceive them as cool and hip.
Yes.
Because a minute ago they was perceiving them as having so many problems.
That's what he said. That's why I backed it up, sir. He said before the average Korean's perception of black people was not very good. But after the movie,
대한 인식은 옛날에는 역사책으로 예를 들면은 뭐 노예 제도라던가 그런 거에 대해서만 배웠기 때문에 사실 인식이 그렇게
learn from our history books that they were slaves. So in their world, us being descendant from slaves and went through slavery, their perception of us is not good, meaning they don't respect us because we the slaves.
Yes.
Which is so evil.
Go ahead, Kat.
No, go ahead, sir. Salaki.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying it's so evil. If you could walk into a room and see a victim of a crime and then hate the fucking victim.
Yes. And if I could, Kat, like for him to say that means all these nations are making movies, making themselves look great.
Yes.
But our nation is not, because we enslaved under them. We don't have movies making us look great and the hero. And Black Panther helped change that for them simply because Black Panther had black people in it. But really what he don't know is they were promoting Africans.
Yes.
But they just looked at it like finally a movie showing black people as heroes, which changed their perception of us.
Yeah.
Which, man, how that must feel that every other nation is putting out perceptions of themselves as great. And we are getting no perceptions out across the world that we agree. So it must have been easy to just denigrate us into nothing. And that's why all those movies that were made depicting us as drug dealers and killers and murderers and videos about it and all of that, every last bit of that was part of the propaganda that helped destroy our image before the entire world. Yeah. Like truly, this is slavery that we've been in. And Edomites acting like y'all should be thankful. What they did to us is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to us in ancient Egypt before. We was a nightmare to those Egyptians until the Lord turned that thing around and killed that firstborn of every child. Then they realized we better let these people finally go and get the hell away from us. It was amazing.
And Salakia, sir, if I could add too, to tell me if I'm wrong. Now, this is clear as day that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And also too, where it say in Job 9:24, where the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They have the perception of black people through what the white man been doing to them. This is what country is this? This is Japan.
Korea. No, this is North Korea.
No, this is North Korea
or South Korea. Hold on, it just said Koreans. It says
probably South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea.
North Koreans don't dress like that.
Yeah, where they looking at black people through the eyes of the oppressor, which means he is all the way in their society just by the way they're dressing, by the he have them thinking, just as how all heathens, outside of America thinking, and as it says, because of the Hollywood, you understand, until they actually come and see what's happening to black people here, and still they don't say anything. Still just stand by. So like I said,
no, go ahead, Nanta.
No, I was just going to add, and they just stand by when they come here and say nothing. And they know that the white man is oppressing us. They know.
And if I could, I'm beginning to see why in this statement. Like their whole boy, we got work to do when it comes to us. Their whole perception of us is that we were slaves and we're just nothing in it now. Like because we don't have no propaganda out showing us as great and amazing and doing amazing things. All they see of us is that we were slaves and now we're nothing. And that's why would you lift a finger for somebody that's destroyed and will never be anything? Right. Like you wouldn't lift a finger for them. The only one the one that gets help is the hero for his heroism. Like you love the hero because of his heroism. Well, we are not looked at as the hero of what happened to us. We're just looked at as the victim of what happened to us. And as far as they concerned, nobody wants to help the victim. Nobody cares that the victim has been destroyed. Nobody's going to have compassion on the victim, especially a heathen. They only cherish their successes. You understand? They only cherish their wins, and they respect others' great wins. They respect another nation who has a great story of triumph for that nation. But blacks don't have that story. That story has not been told. Really, our survival this long under this heathen is a triumphant that should be said. But of course, that story is not said. That story is not taught yet. But it will be taught the day that Christ returns in this earth. Then it'll be the greatest story in the world, because it will be the greatest story of victory over another people. Then they'll go back and look at it. Wow, how did we look at blacks for all these years? Just like he's bringing it out. We did not have a very good look towards them. Why? Because they had no heroism story. They had no story of success. They had no story of triumph over their enemies. Yet all of us make movies and propaganda about ours all the time. They damn near build the self-esteem of their citizens based on the movies and videos that they put out. But us, we don't have those. We don't have any of that. So we're not even looked at like, we are triumphant in any way. We triumphant in selling drugs, according to the propaganda, not according to what's real.
Right.
We triumphant in that. We triumphant in prostituting our women, according to these heathens. You understand? Just tonight, I was sitting in the parking lot tonight, and it was jam-packed with cars. People was beeping each other. Black was all black. People bumping into each other and all of that. And I looked up at the stores, and it was a whole strip mall. And it had 2 beer places. It had a Chinese restaurant. He had a restaurant called Cousins where they sell where the Arabs sell, fresh meat. And they had a whole strip mall of them. And I looked up, and every single store, none of them belonged to Israel. Yet Israel was in those stores, getting ready to celebrate Christmas like maniacs. I mean, they were coming out of the Chinese restaurant with pans full of fried chicken wings, getting ready to celebrate Christmas tomorrow. They was, in a frenzy. I almost got in a shootout tonight. I was just telling Captain Marvel Quad, I almost got in a full-fledged shootout tonight because Jake is out of his mind over this so-called Christmas garbage. This Christmas garbage got Israel totally hypnotized. I almost took a man's life because this place out here, brother, has such a set of witchcraft on it that these fools will bring you to the point that damn near take their life. And so with that witchcraft down on us, and then on top of it, every heathen, the Korean, we are financing North Korea. Like we're North Korea's bank. Like the white man done he has how you call it when you part something out for somebody to use. He's rented us out as slaves to these heathens. How did he do it? Chicken joints, Chinese restaurants, Arab restaurants. We've become international slaves as opposed to somebody who had a hero's a win and brought their people back. Like right now, they're supposed to come to America when they do come and not open up a hair store. They're supposed to come to America and see how great we are. They're supposed to come to America like tourists. They're supposed to come to America like tourists, not like they could have a great success here, but like they are tourists come to see the blacks who triumphed over whites to have their own piece of America and to see how great it is and to go into our museums and to visit our beaches and to spend time in our hotels and to do all those things. But like the cat said, before now, we did not have a good look about blacks. Why? Because there's nothing to see. There's no what if somebody wanted to come to America and be a tourist, what would you tour? If you wanted to see the tourism of black people, if you say, I'm coming to America to see how great black people have become, what would you come to see? There wouldn't be anything to see because we don't have the triumph of anything. We don't have the win of anything in this place, but we will. That time will come, but it ain't now. And so they got no reason to back us. They got no reason to respect us. They got no reason to look at us like, oh, yeah, because here's what they understand. Last point. They understand that every nation takes care of itself. And you can go to that nation and see where that nation has been successful at. You understand? Them North Koreans, even though he got them in absolute hell, them North Koreans love that leader. Some of them, of course, are pushed into the propaganda of it. But why do the ones that love him? Because they look at him like a hero against America for what America did. But guess what? The ones we have made us join America. The heroes we look at as great, like Martin Luther King, they made us join America and be a better slave. They didn't come up against America and give us strength to stop America's propaganda on us. So again, they just look at us like we just been put into slavery and now we're nothing. And then they wonder to themselves, why y'all don't help yourself? Why y'all don't do something about it? They don't understand that the witchcraft and the propaganda of Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day and America's, wonderful, the red, white, and blue, you understand, is so wonderful that it is killing us, that it is keeping us a slave, that it has drowned our spirit, that these churches and these religions have just crushed us into powder. And we can't barely breathe above this damn dungeon that we've been put in for 400 years. So they don't understand it. So they just look at it like that all our life, we just known them to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? And so we don't know nothing else. And they don't know nothing else. I yield, Salakia.
Salaka, can I say one thing, sir?
Please get down now.
And it's so heavy what you brought out, General, because like I'm looking at this right here, and he said that they learned from our history that they were just slaves. But what else you didn't learn? So you didn't learn anything else. Like, so you didn't learn that black people fought in the Korean War. My father's uncle fought in the Korean War and drunk himself to sleep every night. Remember him telling me that story that my father telling me that he would cry himself to sleep because of him of the nightmares he had fighting over there in that war, mowing people down in the trenches. You understand? Like you don't know that black people were instrumental in establishing that 38th parallel that keep you from North Korea. See, like once again, like the general said, they not gonna really teach everything because you can never be looked at as a part of their salvation or their sovereignty or hero. You understand? But black people
and definitely you can't be looked at as a part of your salvation and you being a hero.
Right.
You definitely can't look at a man that stood with the Most High and defeated this beast that's been ruling over us. You can't never be looked at as that.
Right.
So, I didn't mean to cut in on you.
No, what you're saying is so right, John. Like I said, like they don't want to, when they really, like the Bible say, Jacob is the former of all things. They would look at their culture, like these kingdoms and stuff. They would go back in their history. Every kingdom that became great had us in it.
Yeah.
Every empire that was great had us in it. You know what I'm saying? Not just as far as military, but technological, all the way back to the Greeks.
Right.
They don't want to talk about that though. You understand? But this right here, boy, like the propaganda is strong, and this is why that we cannot underestimate the fine arts. When you look at music and art and all these different things where you got some people who may not be able to speak that good, but they can express themselves in their art, and we got to express ourselves in our art, our culture.
And if I could,
yes, sir.
Just to jump in with you for a second, and we got to express ourselves in our unity.
That's right.
We got to express. That's what we got to express to these nations. We're just like them. If you say I want to come over to South Korea and join in the South Korean culture, they'll say, "Oh, that's how nice." But they ain't gonna really take you as part of South Korean culture. They're just gonna look at you as somebody that just loves their culture and wants to copy it and be a part of it and all of that. But you'll never be one of them. Well, the problem with us is we need to show how much we are unified as a people. And brother, and keep all of our culture and keep all of our style and stop letting this slave master, like you said, take all that we do and sell it before the world like it's his, when it's not his, it's ours. And we need to own it and have it because we are unified. Salaka Khan, what you saying is so heavy. I yield.
No, cut on one comment, General. You said it's so right, General. And I just highlight that point that you brought out that all our brothers and sisters out there listening to the show, they need to just take that and put that in their spirit, man, because I'm listening to the interview Captain Mashak played it when he said mad props. I'm like, hold on, mad what? Mad props. That sounds like that's not your culture.
You're right.
You're using the language to describe, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't know this about black people, but the culture, you're already infused in the language of how we describe something that's great. Mad props. That's out of Harlem and the Bronx, New York. That's something that's not Korean. That comes out of black culture.
That's slave talk.
That's slave talk. Mad. That didn't come from the Shaolin Temple.
Right.
Korean. and then you want to make Korean barbecue. I never heard. I heard a barbecue from black people. We can go there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like I yield.
And to add to what you were saying too, I had to go look it up, and I should show these oppressors, boy. When Christ return, they're gonna earn what they, what they done dish out in this earth.
Right.
So I asked ChatGPT, what psychological effect does seeing a superhero, right, that looks like you in a movie, This is what it says. Seeing a hero who looks like you in a movie can have powerful, well-documented psychological effects. This is not just opinion. It is grounded in psychology, education, research, and identity development.
Wow.
I'm gonna skip that. When representation is absent or negative, the opposite also holds true. Repeatedly not seeing heroes who look like you can lead to internalized inferiority, reduce
God damn,
that's crazy.
Identity confusion, lower.
You got to read that part one more time. Read that part one more time, brother, please.
Come on, sir. Repeatedly not seeing heroes who look like you can lead to internalized inferiority, reduce ambition, identity confusion, lower expectations of success. This effect has been documented in studies on media portrayal and self-concept development. And now this is simple summary.
Now remember, ChatGPT is getting this from searching all these psychological studies.
Right.
Like this computer ain't coming up with this on its own.
Right.
This is a computer that comes up with stuff based on what it learns. So it's learning that all these things are documented.
Yeah.
So they've been known that what they were doing to destroy our spirit. So please continue.
Look at this. This simple summary, right? Seeing a hero that looks like you strengthens confidence, validates identity, increases motivation, builds hope, restores agency, improves mental health. It tells the mind, I am not an exception. I am possible. These, I mean, these people, sir, they done did a number on us. That's, like this, you could clearly see for us to be here is a miracle.
Now, Doc, you got to print that. You got to print that.
Come on, sir.
You got to print that, brother. That is so daggone heavy out. You got to print that. Like the nation needs to hear and understand that. If I could I ask him if it's all right with y'all? Could he read that just one more time? But it was absolutely utterly amazing what you just read.
Come on, sir.
If you could read it one more time, man, you got to print that out.
Come on.
If possible, Lord allow.
Come on, sir. When representation is absent or negative, the opposite also holds true. Repeatedly.
Remember, absent or negative. Go ahead.
Concert. Repeatedly not seeing heroes who look like you can lead to internalized inferiority, reduced ambition, identity confusion, lower expectations of success. This effect has been documented in studies.
So there's studies out there that they ain't telling us that they even made, but ChatGPT has found those studies.
Right.
But they ain't telling us that these studies are out there.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead, I'll lock you.
And self-concept development. And so like you said, just to add, that's why the small hats act the way they act. That's why they're so adamant on their image. They didn't know, and that's why they portray themselves in movies as the good guys. You know what I mean? Majority of the times, you know what I mean, you see movies with them, you know what I mean, they don't portray themselves as how they would portray us in the movies.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And now they done create a society where they're respected because they are doctors, the lawyers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Like
saying?
they control Hollywood, but they ain't making no movies with Jewish women being whores.
Yeah.
They ain't making no movies with Hasidim selling dope, even though they do.
Right.
They ain't making no movies like that. They ain't saying, nah, go up to the corner and see the Hasidim. He'll get you a bag or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't putting that in no movie.
Right.
Go ahead, Salafia.
Yeah. And now to the simple summary of it. Seeing a hero that looks like you, it strengthens confidence, validates identity, increases motivation, builds hope, restores agency, improves mental health. It tells the mind, I am not an exception. I am possible. And you wonder why your kids doing bad in school? Because everything is against them. You know what I mean?
Listen, if I could, Cap, not even just doing bad in school, you could do good in school and you still doubt yourself.
Yeah.
You got 10 degrees and you sit in a room with a white man in a suit and a tie and some white broad or some Asian, the perfect minority, and you'll still feel inferior.
Yeah.
Like that's how strong the witchcraft is.
Yeah, you're right.
And if I could, go ahead, Khan, go ahead.
No, General Salaka, General, I yield, sir.
Please, Khan, go ahead.
And I heard that when I heard that word, I'll be hearing a lot of psychologists say that word agency. Like a lot of women use that too when they talk about body agency and so forth. But like when it's heavy because when you hear about, like you said, those old sitcoms and those things where Black people really start to get, in those spaces with in entertainment, and a lot of our kids were like, I never knew it was possible until I saw this person do this.
Right.
I didn't know it was possible to be great in tennis until I saw Arthur Ashe. Or I didn't know that we were good in ice skating until I saw this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
You're so right.
Like that means something, man. Like, just imagine, let's take it back to Christ. Let's take it back to our King, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we said we have like he's one of us, he's us, he's our
That's
brother.
it.
He looks like us. That unlocks the Bible.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That gives us agency over our story, and that is what they don't want.
Damn. Oh my God, what you just said. You're right. No wonder the Lord got us. Salaka, y'all eating a little Chinese food, Salaka. No wonder the Lord got us constantly teaching that Christ is Black.
Yeah,
because like you saying, it gives us agency, which unlocks the Bible and say, this, we did this, we could be this. And something that Nathak read where he said, read that part, Nathak, if you could, where it said that I am not
I'm not an exception. I am possible.
Like, brother, that's so heavy. And I realized something else that he does. Every time it's a first for Black people, he puts it on TV. The first Black man to do this, the first Black woman to do this, not to promote us, to uplift us, but to make it like this person is an exception to the rule.
Right.
What the ChatGPT is saying is you don't need those things to happen and it to be looked at as an exception. You need to be looked at. It need to be looked at as, of course, it's possible. Of course, it's possible for you to be the first this, or for somebody to achieve the level of becoming this. But Esau make it like that's an exception to the rule.
Right.
The first person to go to, Harvard, when it should be looked at like, sure, there's plenty of smart Black people that can make it into Harvard. But no, he wants you to think, oh my God, this person is just amazing. They're just not, it's not normal that he did this. When according to that, psychologically, we're supposed to feel that all these things are possible and not have to feel like, oh my God, he did something amazing.
Right.
Which is weird and backwards as it could be, because we always feel like, oh, it was so wonderful that he's the first one to do this or do that. first one to accomplish this, or he accomplished this great thing. When the right way is to act like that's nothing. We all could do that, and then you have the right agency on who we are. Boy, oh boy!
And
Let me tell you something. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And just after what you're saying too, sir, now you understand, okay, why brothers tend to go into the gang life. Yeah, partially. Because that's what you're seeing on TV. Why these sisters want to, be video vixens? Because that's what you're seeing on TV.
Right.
That's what they're pushing Nicki Minaj. What's the other brown skin sister name?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Sexy Red. They're pushing them up as being role models for our children. You understand? Like that's what we look up to be our superheroes. You understand? When that not supposed, if you have proper leaders, you ain't gonna push them up as being, you'll send them all the way to the back. You tell them, go get dressed. Come out, stop speaking like that. Address, say, like they ain't pushing doctors on TV for black people to be. They ain't pushing engineers. They ain't doing none of that on TV. You know what I mean? Instead of pushing homosexuality on the black community, they're pushing everything that is going to, make the Lord angry with you. Basically, you make you turn into a sinner. They're pushing on you on TV. And then pushing your men like, what's his name? Martin Luther King. As being your hero. You understand?
Right. Like not an agency of ourselves, but an agency that wants to be part of somebody else. Ooh, that's so evil.
Concert.
And if I could jump in there, can you hear me? So,
go ahead.
Okay. And it's even this topic is so heavy because there even is some nuance to it where a lot of black people have, and I'm talking about the female half, may not even see it because there is a certain amount of propaganda that does promote black women. You got different movies where black women, even the main movie, The Color Purple. I remember I never really watched it all the way through. I still haven't because it's retarded. But my
me
rib was
too, brother. Me too. I ain't seen it yet.
You know, my rib telling me like, yeah, you should watch the whole thing through. It's good. It's good. And I'm like, I wonder what makes, I was always wondering why does she want to push this movie? I'm not going to watch that. I already know better. And, and as what Kevin Nayataka was bringing out, the hero of the movie, the one who triumphs in the end, is a black woman against the black man. Yep. So what I'm seeing is different from what she's seeing. She's seeing a movie of a hero triumphing over adversity. I'm seeing myself being demonized, stigmatized. Every bad thing is being put on my image, so I don't want to see it.
So right.
And that
like
is also
like the movie is called Big Mama's House. Where they have that big dinner and all that at the end of the movie, because of course you're not the hero, but Big Mama is the hero. The locker. And so black women look at it like, see, that black woman triumphed over and had Thanksgiving in her house and everybody was there. When that means you lost as a black man. So I didn't mean to cut in on you like that.
Yeah, and one last thing, and I'm gonna put it there. There's a show called Black Dynamite, right? It's like an animated show, but it's for adults, mainly for adults. And the main characters are black. It's a lot of brothers should watch it. They'll love it. It's the main dude is a black dude. His name's Dynamite. He's like the superhero. He does karate. He drives a big Cadillac. He got a chain. He's got like a whole bunch of he got like 5 women he sleep in the bed with every night. It's kind of over the top, but he's fighting against one episode the IRS is chasing him, and he's fighting against the IRS, and the white man is always the villain in it. you know, some white man in a suit from some agency is always the villain. He's saving the neighborhood and the hood, and he's doing kung fu, but it's over the top. You know what I mean? He's you know, he got a big gun, big long gun. You know, it's like, you know, the over the top black thing. And I know I remember I was telling my rib, like, man, I really want my kids to watch this show. You know what I mean? Because this show, I remember it made a big influence on me when I was younger. Because it's so over the top, it's like Superman. Because Superman is over the top. He's flying bullets, breaking on of his eyeball. You know, he puts on. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Huh?
Oh, yeah, he puts on some glasses, and now you don't know he's a whole new person in a suit. But you know, he take the glasses off and turn the shirt off, and now you can't even tell who he is. So there's a lot of over the top things about Superman, but it empowers them when they see it. So. And it just, I landed there, you know, my rib is like, nah, I don't know if they should watch it, this and that, but she don't understand what they don't see. They're not going to see the same thing through her eyes when they see different networks and shows and programs. So, you know, it's just heavy that it's even a nuance to it where they divide our own community with the images they push.
Go ahead, Cap. I yield.
I just want to jump in just to say something on the back of what Captain Kapas saying, where even the statement the Korean making here, right? Because we learn from our books, from our history books, that they were slaves. He said it like they were janitors or they were mechanics. He didn't say they were enslaved. They were oppressed. He said it like, who knows? I don't know how their culture operates. Maybe slave is something, you know, a dishonorable person does. I don't know how their culture operates. But however he internalizes our experience, he's not validifying that there's somebody who did it to us. You understand? Like he's talking about it like a woman who is raped. Well, we learn from the history books that, you know, she had sex somehow, but not that someone forced it. Someone took advantage. Someone did violence, and he's not putting it like that. Like they didn't have a good image of us because we were slaves. Not how is his image of the white man? He was the enslaver. Damn near like the propaganda is so thick and layered. Like when you go outside of America, you go outside of America's purview with people who have no context, no tangible context of what the average Black person deals with on a daily basis. You'd be so surprised of how they view and how they look at us. You know?
You're right.
Because for him to say that, like, you know, we didn't have a good point of them because they were slaves. It's like saying like they were drug dealers. Like we chose it.
Right.
You know?
And let me tell you, and they think that way because we have not had our day of triumph over them, over the people that did enslave us. Like there's no closure to the story. You know what I'm saying? Like the closure, like you hear about the US being attacked on Pearl Harbor. They'll tell you about it. They'll show you the footage. You'll see the ship sinking and the men dying. But then they're going to tell you we also turned around and dropped the bomb of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And they got just what they supposed to get for what they did to us. And so they feel comfortable telling the story. But we would have to tell the story and say we was enslaved and we've been second-class citizens ever since. Where's the hero story at? Where's the triumph at? It's not in the story, which means they can't relate to it being something of the past because it was never answered. It was never rectified. But that day when Yahushua come, the full rectification. That's why every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess in that day. In that day, we'll see the real heroes.
That's right.
And this evil that's been done to us will get answered. And then the story will be complete. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot out of you.
Come. Come. Go ahead, Con, please.
No, so like I just wanted to go back. I want to touch on what y'all said about the agency, man, because it's so heavy. Like I'm looking at what he said. He said, and this is so important. A lot of people miss. A lot of our brothers and sisters miss this out there that's watching the show. He said because we learn from our history books.
Yeah.
Like notice that. Like they should have quotations around that hour, because every nation has a history and they have a narrative that they push in their history. And that's why the word agency is so important, because agency helps you create your own world. That's why when you look at the color purple, once again, they and notice they weaponize agency. They give the black woman agency, or they give our women agency separate from us. We're supposed to be one.
Yeah.
They'll never give the Korean woman agency over separate from the Korean man, because their destinies are intertwined.
And he would not tolerate it.
And thank you, General. He would not tolerate it. So without agency, you exist within their world.
Yeah.
That's why the general was brought out, that you go from, you exist in that world. So you're the first black person to do this in relation to their world. But if you have agency, what happens is, and this is their fear, brothers and sisters, you go from being the first to being the only. That's their fear.
That's it.
You're so great. You go from being the first black person in the United States to do this to being the only.
Yeah.
And that right there that's superiority. That's right there being a nation of your own. So like are you.
So heavy.
That's right.
So heavy. Cat.
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, if I could, so I just want to play a little bit more of this
Please.
thing here. Just a little bit more.
뭐랄까 우등하다거나 그렇게 생각하진 않았어요. 근데 지금 요즘 한국 사람들의 그런 흑인에 대한
Right, so now we perceive them as cool and hip, like we just entertainment for them. Like it's not even no sorts of intelligence or education or formidability, like you saying, without the triumph. We're just part of us now. We just the entertainment.
Right. Like damn near, damn near they looking at us like we cool and hip because we slaves. We're not cool. We're not cool and hip because we crushed those that destroyed us. And now we cool and hip because you'd have to respect us in a different way than cool and hip. But you respect us as cool and hip as though that's all you can get from us because we're not heroes.
Yeah.
That's all you could get is that we kind of cool and we kind of hip. We make nice music, this and that, but not that you should respect us or have to respect us. You understand? Or that we fought and stood up for ourselves in any kind of way. You know what I mean? But we're cool and hip because we got crushed under slavery and basically never have gotten out from under it. That's crazy.
Concept. And then this is another. The whole video is good, and anybody could watch it on their own time. But this one here, he spoke a little bit more honest. He said, because I have a lot of foreign friends, I don't think I had a particular perception.
Wow.
저는 딱히 그런 다른 인식은 별로 없어요. 그러니까 제가 하는 인식은 없었고 그냥 주변 사람들이 흑인들 좀 무시하고.
That sometimes when a black person sits on the subway, no one sits next to him. This is in Korea.
하거나 약간 그런 거 있잖아요. 지하철에서 흑인들 앉으면 그 옆에 비어 있고 이런 걸 보면서 왜 저러지 하는 생각은.
When I see things like that, I wonder why Koreans are like that.
Why they so racist?
Why they so racist? And he's saying that that's his perception, but he have foreign friends. He interact with people, so he's like, why are Koreans like that? Like if he don't know, like if he didn't grow up learning, don't go here with the black people, or don't these black people are slaves or whatever.
우리나라 같은 경우 사람들은 외국인들을 접할.
Most Koreans, the main exposure they had to foreigners was through movies.
Wow.
We talking about is black people. which is why I say it's so dangerous when the only context, the only perception somebody outside of America has of you is menace to society.
Right.
That's the only context they have of anything, without any background of being enslaved versus they were slaves, being hundreds and decades, hundreds of years and decades of oppression, systematic oppression, chemical warfare, drugs. Without all of that, you just see this, you just be like, and then this is a crazy bunch of people. If you even believe this is how it really is.
기회가 뭐 영화나 이런 거밖에 없었는데
Cap, real quick, Cap. What you said is so heavy. I mean, I don't know if brothers and sisters out there know just how heavy what you just said. What you just said is in essence, again, the Most High is amazing. What you just said is in essence that without us having the Bible as our own story of triumphant heroes, all they know is what they see in the movies, which make them say, I don't want to even sit next to this person on the train. Because I'm going to be sitting next to menace to society. I'm going to be sitting next to, boys in the hood, so to speak. I'm going to be sitting next to these movies, these people who in the movies are a bunch of murderers, drug addicts, and drug dealers. Why? Because their slave masters pushing this propaganda, which makes them think this must be how they are, which makes them say, we don't want to be like that, so I don't want to sit next to them. Which oh boy, once again, why it's so amazing what you brought out, because in essence, you saying exactly what the Lord is saying, which is that we have to hold on to the Bible as our identity so that we can tell a different story than the story that they've been telling about us. Like now, finally, from waking up to the Bible, we finally find out that we do have a hero story like everybody else's. But by wiping out our identity, they went and gave us a different identity that all the nations are looking at now. When our identity is David, Moses, Christ. That's our identity. But they giving us an identity of boys to the hood. I mean, menace to society, which is so why the Lord is so amazing in that what you bringing out is exactly that we should have held on. We have to hold on to this book as ours, because otherwise somebody else is going to tell the whole damn story. And if I could, why it's so important that we never become a Muslim, because to become a Muslim is to lose your identity again. And now live within the identity of the Muslims who's going to make the decisions about what the Muslim world is about.
Yeah.
And now you have to be a silent partner in their identity, wearing their garbs, speaking their language, debating over what their book says. And you're not even the author. You're not the hero in that book. Nowhere, no how. You just you're just a character in the book. So damn, I mean, come on. What you saying, brother, is we found the truth. So that's in essence what you're saying, is that we found the truth and should hold on to it.
That's right.
Because it's exactly what even the AI computers is. They top computers next to that quantum shit that they ain't letting out yet. So AI. They top computer is saying you on the right track.
Yeah,
that's right.
General. And the Korean is backing you up on it. Damn.
And the whole interview is based on a superhero movie of triumph, of victory, of quote unquote black people. So it's telling you that that's what's damn near needed. Like what you said. That's the solution. They all said, if you want to take a clip, I could send it and post it. But at the end of it, they all said the Black Panther movie changed how they look at black people. And the whole this is just one movie, one role.
Wow.
And they all hated the Killmonger character.
Yes.
Which was the one who was speaking up on behalf of the black people.
Right. And if I could just dip in a little bit, and I'm gonna pass it to you. They loved the Black Panther movie because the Black Panther movie depicted us as Africans with a story of success. They hated the Killmonger because he was the story they've been being taught about. And they hated his character, which once again, even though the movie made them look at us different, is still subtly and deeply telling us that we should take the African culture to be able to be the heroes in the story. Brother, is deep and satanic as it is probably the top witchcraft going on in this earth. And why, and also why that Christian church, same thing, taking on the white man's religion and belief and thinking that that's going to make you the hero in the story is insanity. Like, boy, oh boy, the Lord did us so right with leaving us these scriptures and telling us to come back to that scripture. Now, here's the scary part for them. Last point, and I'm getting up off it. What are they all going to say when they all find out that the Bible is really talking about us? Now they gonna have a hero story like they ain't never seen before pertaining to us. It's going to blow their mind. That's why they can't. That's why it's so hard for them to grasp it. Their mind gonna explode if they find out the people that we've been looking at as just slaves are really the biggest heroes we've ever even come across.
Right.
That is it's crazy. It's the rabbit hole is insane. It's a lot.
John, you want to go down a little more in the rabbit hole?
Please. Please.
Let me read a little bit fair here. So, you know what I mean, while we were discussing, you know what I mean, these topics here, right? I decided to go ask ChatGPT again. I said, can this be the reason why African Americans are looked at in a negative way around the world? This is a serious and important question. And the most accurate answer is media representation is one contributing factor, but it is not the sole reason.
Jesus Christ.
They say below is a balanced, evidence-based explanation without blaming or stereotyping any group. But it's a lot.
He trying to be nice about it.
Yes, sir.
Even ChatGPT don't want to tell the truth about how racist these people are. ChatGPT want to spare them.
John, hear this.
Go ahead.
Hear ChatGPT. Final thoughts, and in parentheses, plain truth. African Americans are not viewed negatively because of who they are, but because of who has historically told their story.
Come on, ChatGPT.
Mother effers. I will open
position and speak. I realize ChatGPT trying to hold a speaking to them.
Yo,
no.
You got another trooper in camp.
General.
Go ahead.
This okay, like the OpenAI, like okay, I using ChatGPT, using ChatGPT, Meshach using ChatGPT. It will gauge us differently.
Yes.
It depends on what you're asking it. And it's almost like you teaching it. Like you could have a debate with it.
Yeah.
And you could, you know what I mean, you could make it in a way where when you ask a question, when you ask it questions, since we more like heavy on the Bible, it will also like at the end of everything, do you want me to give you some biblical references?
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's an expert at also learning your nuances.
Yes, sir.
So that it could craft its answer around what you're saying. But it just said in parentheses the plain truth. Like I'm gonna just tell you straight up. You know what I mean? Read it down now. Do it say more than that, or that was it?
No, that was okay. They summarize it in those words.
It's Let me get this right. From Chat GPT, the AI said that the real problem is somebody else telling our story.
That's it, sir. Concept.
Woo! And listen, and he said it is not because of us, meaning we don't have the statistics that they are saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically saying that the story of them who's telling it is not telling it right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what that statement is saying.
Yes, sir.
That statement, and let me tell you something. Whoa, boy, oh boy, that's so heavy. They want to bring in all these robots and all this stuff, right? But they don't want to give black people the things that's going to come free because of it. Like you ain't gonna need no power no more, a bill for electricity. They're gonna have robots doing it and you're gonna get the electricity for free. Remember, they said you're gonna own nothing and be happy because them robots gonna run everything and you just gonna be able to live good as long as you obey them. But they don't want us to have a part of that, which is why they done resurrected these Nazis to get rid of us in any way that they can, because they don't want you to live in their utopian society that they believe that they're about to bring forth in the earth. They don't want you not having to go to work anymore. They don't want you to, in essence, no longer have to be a slave because they got robots doing all the things that they need to do. So there would be no reason for you to be a slave. And if you're not a slave, they don't want you walking around free in this empire. They want you the hell up out of here. You understand? And that's why they want to end that birthright citizenship, because they got to get you out of here or you're going to be living good. You're going to be living a creator's life. That means you're going to be able to sit at home, not punch a clock, and use all your creative abilities to bring forth whatever it is that you want to bring forth in the earth. And that is not something they could have. Pharaoh surely didn't like it. He said, you are too idle.
That's right.
In his kingdom. So he knew he had to get rid of you because of your idleness. And America is thinking the exact same way. And Chat GPT is telling us straight up that somebody else is telling your story. Let me tell you something, Mark. Ooh, y'all done blew me away tonight. Do you realize that you brothers done went out on the streets of America basically like fools telling people that Jesus is black and that the Bible is a black man's book? They basically did something that's foolish in the eyes of the rest of black America. And in 2025, the AI top dog computer, that they praised and act like it's about to take over the world and be a god,
right,
and turned around and said, you was right to do that all this time because somebody else been telling your story. Like, woo! I can't quantify that in my brain. I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight. I can't even quantify the level of depth, spirituality that the Lord has poured out on you for you to go out and do something as backwards as standing on the street corner telling black people that they are the chosen people of the Lord. The Lord said he used the foolishness of preaching to confound the wise. You did what Chat GPT is saying you ought to be doing.
That's right.
You did it 30 years ahead.
Right.
You did it 30 years in advance before the best computer in the world came out and said that's what you should be doing.
Using the Bible.
And basically telling your story.
Yeah.
But just like he said, your whole reason that you destroyed is because somebody else is telling your story. Come to find out, you've been telling your own story for the last 30 years on the street, and it's why you hate it and people are confused when they come see you and talk to you.
Right.
They're confused because what you was doing was AI level shit. They looking at you on that corner with beards and braids, Kahan, saying, what the hell is this nigga talking about? You doing AI shit before AI get out. Before AI, there was prophets of God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Woo. I can't quantify that, brother. Salaki, I yield. Sorry about that, yo.
Yeah, shit. John, I think we might have used up all the time there.
God, Salaki.
This
Y'all,
was right.
y'all go deep in it, boy. I can't believe you done brought Chat GPT into
Salaki.
Go ahead, now. Go ahead.
The white man ain't gonna tell the truth. So
Yeah. And I thought, if I could add, that was so courageous to take the chance and even ask, because he could come back and say you all wrong. You know what I mean? Like the courage to even ask is amazing.
Yeah.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead,
You know, if we get a Chat GPT station at the camp, they're gonna be trying to unplug it. They're gonna say, pull the plug. Look, they're gonna try to break the computer.
Like in my mind, I'm thinking already. Can you get the Chat GPT to verbalize its answers as opposed to just printing them out? Because he gonna be able to stand next to you, brother. You gonna be like, Chat GPT, is this true or not? And he gonna be able to stop it. Like you got a new trooper in the camp. Oh man. Listen, I looked it up. Japan will send you one of them AI robots for about 3G. I don't know. I might have to get one and put a garment on it. Don't be shocked if you see me walking up the camp and I got a robot walking with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man. You know, man. God, it's a lot.
We had that's the proof that AI, that artificial intelligence, is only trying to mimic the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
He was ahead of it, as we always are. You know what I mean?
So heavy. You're right.
They had to go, like that Chat GPT had to search the database of studies over time.
Right.
You just had to come to class and learn.
That's it. That's it. Because I mean, that was just absolute, and that was absolutely brain freeing information that y'all dropped right there. Like the view, and the Korean validated exactly what he was saying.
That's right.
The Korean cats just being honest and saying what they see, but they validating exactly what the AI is saying. So the prescription is clear that we take our identity and we make sure the world knows that we are the chosen of the Most High. And that's why that Edomite said in 2018, the biggest problem that they have is young black men in America. Because you might turn around and tell a different story than they've been propagandizing you out of Hollywood.
Right.
And that will create a total rift in their ability to make movies and push the lies that they like to push and have been doing for God knows how long without us ever waking up and becoming aware of it. And now we becoming aware of it. It's such a big problem. And all the signs is all around us. It's obvious all around us what the prescription is. And amazing, and once again, the most amazing part is in 2025, we started out on that street in 1969, rather. And in 2025, we go and speak to the most advanced computers, and they in essence say what you've been doing is exactly what you need to be doing. You've been fighting to tell your story of being the chosen and the great things that you did. And that's exactly what you should be doing, because as I examine it with all my AI ability and skill, I find out that your whole biggest problem is not you not the problem. The problem is who's telling your story.
Right.
Like, boy, he couldn't have been more clear and concise and honest than ever before in that computer. Salaki, I yield.
Yep.
Salaki, General, I could.
Please, Cap.
They say an actor always forgets his lines. And when you look at, like you said, them telling our story, I mean, it's so heavy because like, and he always goes off script because his actions don't fit the narrative.
Right.
It don't fit the narrative of a hero. It fit the narrative of a villain. So, like you said, us taking that agency and us doing what the scriptures say, I mean, it's amazing. Like you said, bringing it back, going back to where it all started to now. You know what I'm saying? In this technological age, that the computer confirms exactly what we're saying. It ain't time travel. It's just the truth. And the truth, it goes from generation to generation. It's unconquered. So it's just so heavy, sir. It's like
And that's why it was so deep for you, Mashak Salaki, real quick. It was so deep for you to bring out how they are looking at us in Korea. Because it was like you were pushing up against the spiritual wall and trying to say this is not right. How they looking at us, because you reading in the spirit that the problem is, and Chat GPT made it clear for us, the problem is simply that they are telling our story. And let me tell you something, Doc. I'm from here on out. Oh, I'm gonna pepper my speakings with this. When some either might come up to me at camp or whatever the case may be and say, why don't y'all go home and take care of your baby? And I'm gonna be saying, we ain't going home and taking care of our babies because you've been telling our story, and that's not even true. We the number one person taking care of our baby. When they turn around and say those things, I'm gonna be saying, you've been telling our story. That's why you think that way. Because your evil leader's been telling the story of us as being so horrible, and so you just look at us in that manner when we are nowhere near that type of person.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could,
please,
if I could, you could add in when they come against us saying certain things, or how you saying it like that, why you saying it like that. You say, hey, look, this is my story. This is our story.
Right.
We're the ones that have to tell it. So we're the only ones who can tell you how we're going to say it. And we're the only ones who are going to say what we want to say. Like, that basically vindicates a lot of arguments right there. Like, it's our story. We telling it.
Right. Like, how you going to tell our story? How you going to tell our story?
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yep. And General, if I could, General, just on the vein of how you brought out the whole wicked, excellent breakdown too. So listen, I strike on the move. I tell my girls, y'all ain't watching that shit. Not we're gonna do a case study just because they already had the black girl and they paint her green. I was like, that was a little bit too much white supremacy for me.
Listen, you right.
Yeah,
you right. That was the only way they could tell our story in a way that you could look at it as great.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they wanted to tell our story for themselves. But the only way they could do it is make the girl green, because otherwise you'd obviously know that this is our story.
Right. And that's the point I was just about to make. Like, I noticed over the past maybe decade or 2 decades of Hollywood, they've embarked on a whole theme where they tell the villain story. Like, you notice from the 80s and the 90s, you had a hero and you had a villain. Now the title is hero and anti-hero. Where
get out of here.
Yeah, that's how they describe it now. You have the hero and you have the anti-hero, meaning he's not the hero, but he's not a villain because you could understand him. Which is why if you look at the new Batman with Joker ain't just doing crime. They're kind of showing you his story. They tell you about the abuse he went through. And
I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's it. Even the one there's one with Batman. I forget which Batman, the name of it, but it's one with Bane. He's this big, strong dude with a mask, and he's leading a revolution against the rich. But now, prior in the cartoons, he was just a criminal. But in this one, they tell you his story and how he was kidnapped and he grew up in an orphanage, and the rich is so wicked. So it damn near, if you notice in movies now, you could damn near halfway identify with the villain. Even in the Avengers movie with Thanos, they show you his story and what he lost and why he wants to kill half the world. It's damn near like they explain everybody's story. Even with the wicked thing, Like I was trying to find out about it. That the one in the black, they saying they had to tell that story because they lied about her in the original one with Dorothy. The one who the house fell on, I think is supposed to be her. And they come in now to tell her story to say she really wasn't the wicked one. So it's like they come in now, it's like they could tell the story of, we lost the general? Oh, Salaki. It's like, yeah, if you'll notice, they're telling the story of it, you know, versus before how it was. So it's damn near like that for us. Like before it would be, well, they're just criminals, New Jack City, this, that, the other. But now you tell the whole story. They had to
humanize
on this. You have to humanize it. That's the one card. But the humanized Wayne, the humanized Joker, all the joke, the one who they say is the greatest Joker, the one who killed himself, Heath Ledger. Remember, they had to humanize him, where he would tell the story about the father cut his mouth and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? They humanized them to a point where it's like, okay, they ain't really a villain. They just misunderstood.
And you want to something, you know, because they do that too with these serial killers that they have they basically have shows on now for Netflix. Like they go into how they was raised. So now you kind of like, oh, that's why he's the way he is. And now take that to reality. When a white man does something, or he was sick in his mind. The news start to tell you, yo, start to give you his upbringing. He was, he was abused as a child. So this could be the reason. But when it comes to us, they're looking for all in there. He used to smoke weed. He used to do this. He has a felon. They totally demonize us. You understand? But that whole movie thing, like, is almost like a programming you. So that when they do something evil, then somebody did something to them.
Yeah, you can identify with them. They, it almost like you would have did the same thing too. If that happened to you, you would have been the same way. But when it's us, there's no context. There's no kind of humanization, no understanding, and it's by design. Like I tell you, Hollywood. I watch Hollywood with a microscope right now because the things they do, the little subtle nuances. Even you watch the certain series, the annoying black character. You'll have a white series, and out of the blue, this person is talking to some black security guard or black cop or postal worker, and the postal worker has the worst attitude and yelling and something, and it's all designed to make you say, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like even that, the annoying black character, look at any series that's predominantly white, and then there's this random black person. Either they deliver in the paper, they bring in food, something, and they have a bad attitude and they're loud. And they just, just for five, and they're giving the hero or the person who the protagonist, the one who the story is based around, they're giving that person a hard time. They want to check their luggage a little bit more, open your luggage, and the audience is like, why is she stopping him? He needs to go save so and so.
Right.
And it's all for you to say, this goddamn nigga. It's all programming, you know what I mean? So lucky, I ain't gonna go on. We right up on the time. I think we lost the general tonight. I will give the panel a hearty hand. It definitely was a good show. Water to Command and Johnny Yahanna for coming on for sure. We jumping on some business, probably taking a call right now to be the hero to somebody.
That's right.
Which is the UPK's job. You know what I mean? Lord Allah, we're going to be back next Wednesday. Join Command and Johnny Yahanna every Monday night, 9 p.m. right here on this channel, man. The real Johnny Yahanna with the heavy hits and crew. You have to check him out. We're going to be back next week, Lord Allah. And April 4th, Passover, Houston, Texas. We're going to do it big, man. The Lord's 57th annual Passover. Pay Passover fee, $200 per adult 17 years and over. Pay a Passover fee right now. Go to isupk.com. Pay your Passover fee, pay your tithe, same website, isupk.com. 10% of all the increase and earnings must come in. Again, big up the usual suspects. We are Captain Nance, Jamaica, Bahamas, the whole line. That's right. Holding on the spouse. Hosting the Passover this year down there.
That's right.
You know what I mean? big up captain to pass on down in the Minneapolis, Midwest, Caribbean, you know, the Dominican Republic doing the damn thing, man. Officer Zakai Mad holding it down in DC, Baltimore, you know, we're doing the thing with the academy, running the crew, and Officer Wapiala Foundation, live and direct, Trinidad. You know what I mean? I think Captain Sacco, he was down tonight. A warrior had an emergency, had to go handle it because his brothers usually on the inside. And again, to Wallace Command and Johnny Yahanna for coming on.
That's right.
Back next week after you. Yep, for sure.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.